I decided to go live early because another news outlet is obviously broadcasting it already, and I just wanted to see what's it about. But Trump is going to participate in a dinner, so let's see what all goes down. If you are new, please subscribe to my channel, comment, like, and share. And don't be afraid to get in the box to talk about the topic. Let's see. Alrighty, I think that was it for them. me show you the one that we'll be watching. Oh. This is the one that we'll be watching. But we still have 12 more minutes left. So, let me do this. Wait 1 minute. Welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? Unless it's daytime for you. While we wait, I actually want to talk. Well, I can. Because once Truck comes on, I won't say anything. My last video that I did, the live video that I did earlier, I encourage all of you that are watching right now to pray for that guy at the end of my live stream. That was horrible. He had, well, it looked like he had a heart attack on national television. So I literally recorded that. But I find it highly disgusting and rude, the simple fact that the press still recorded it. And on top of that, they immediately wanted to take pictures of him when he was in his vulnerable state. That's how heartless they are. But pray for him that he's okay, because that was just earlier today. I feel so bad for him. But keep everybody in your prayers. Erica, Trump, Nigeria, everybody, even your enemies. Because Christians are definitely under attack. And never fear. Because we got the best on our side. So I'm not scared. No matter what happens. But it's 6:20 right now. And it starts in 9 minutes. I'm trying to find at least something to watch with you guys while we're waiting. What is everybody's thoughts on the outcome of the race in New Jersey, New York City, and Virginia? A lot of people are saying that Madani is going to literally destroy New York City, which is sad. So keep all those people in your prayers. I actually saw a video of him arguing with somebody, and he was very heated up. I didn't like that. It was like he wanted to do harm to that person. So that's what you guys voted for. I just feel bad. But no matter what, always stay faithful and focused on Christ. Alrighty. New York City. everybody.
Liberty is God's idea, not man's idea.
Nobody does what we do at Turning Point USA, but it starts with all of you. This is about saving Western civilization.
Sadly, we just started getting word just a couple of moments ago that Charlie Kirk has been shot.
The cries of this widow will echo around the world like a battle cry.
The next speaker is a very, very special speaker. She is my hero and the love of my life. Join me in welcoming Erica Kirk.
For over a decade, one movement surged through college campuses all across the country. What started off as a small group of conservative debaters turned into one of the most influential organizations in American politics, Turning Point USA. And the man behind it, Charlie Kirk. Charlie's star grew, but his mission stayed the same: empower young Americans to embrace faith, freedom, and family, and open debate. But everything changed on September 10th. Charlie's death was a turning point for the country. We all remember where we were when we found out Charlie died. And we remember how we felt: sickened, and then resolute. Charlie's gone, but his mission is far from over. Today, the new chapter begins, and his widow Erica is taking the reins. Fox was lucky enough to get unprecedented access behind the scenes with Erica and the whole Turning Point team. They're picking up the torch and carrying a movement that Charlie created. And from here, it's only getting bigger. But to understand how we got here, we have to go back to how it all started. And that's where we begin. My exclusive sit-down interview with Erica Kirk. Who was Charlie Kirk?
I can't help but smile when I hear his name or say it. He was the love of my life, still is. Phenomenal father. Incredible man, good friend, very loyal. He had a great dry sense of humor. He built something so incredible, and he was a bridge in our country, meaning he had the gift of communication. He could talk to the younger generations. He could talk to a donor group. He could talk to the President of the United States.
Charlie and Erica first met through their mutual friend, the now COO of Turning Point, Tyler Boyer. Erica, a college athlete and former Miss Arizona, had graduated from Arizona State University. She was living in New York City.
Almost time, guys. Okay. All right. Let me see. What is it? 20 minutes. Wait. Which one is it? Oh. Oh, wait, do they already start?
In Telemix room.
Last thing I want to do is blow off your guys' ears. Right. There's our president. Yeah, I already bought that. Now he's coming from Asia. He's going to meet Trump in the White House. So we'll see how this dinner goes. Oh, Heavenly Father. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. You can chat with me. I do pray that everybody's day was well spent. You've been safe. But not what I want.
Good evening and welcome to RSBN Live. I'm Matthew Alvarez. It is 6:30, the bottom of the hour here on this Thursday, November 6th. Thanks so much for watching tonight. You know, it says 6 here. It looks like an 8 as far as this laptop is for me. Again, I got to get those glasses or the contacts here soon. But anyway, 7 o'clock, the president will participate in a dinner with foreign ministers from numerous Central Asian countries. That'll be at the East Room of the White House. So looking forward to seeing the president there with the foreign ministers of these nations. Also, within the 24/7 news cycle, as you guys may have seen last night, right here on Right Side Broadcasting Network, that great TPUSA event happened. It was in Auburn, of course, at Auburn University inside the Neville Arena where the Auburn Tigers basketball team plays. A great event last night. Now, Laura Trump and many other great speakers were there, and she had something very profound to say, and it's somewhat on its simpler terms, but it has to do with the communist victory in New York City. Let's take a look at that video.
But I'll tell you, the thing with that race that scares me is that is the beginning, and that is the new face of the Democrat Party. If you think they're going to stop at New York, you are kidding yourself. It will be all over the United States of America, which is why we're going to have to fight even harder going forward from here on out, because we can never let this happen ever again in the United States.
Isn't that the truth right there? I mean, a mic drop really with Lara Trump last night talking about what we just saw in New York City. And now it is that fight, fight, fight. It's that pray, 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 or that work hard, work hard, work hard. It's the getting out the vote. It's making it too big to rig. But the thing that's great is we're hearing that there are more and more discussions about the fulfilling of the 19th out of the 20th core promise to the American people, all about securing our elections. you know, the voter ID and the paper ballots and same-day voting and all the things to really secure our elections. I mean, if you think about it this way, it might be too simple to think about it this way, but let's just go there for a second. So in 2016, 2020, and 2024, we know that the massive majority of these United States of America, voted for President Trump. So we saw that happen. So if we have these secure elections in the 2026 midterms, the 2028 presidential race, and on into the future, you would think that we should be able to win a lot of races coming up. Now, of course, in New Jersey, Virginia the other day, I mean, those are two states that went to Harris in the past presidential election. New Jersey went to Kamala Harris. Virginia was going back and forth, went to Kamala Harris. The New York City region went to Harris as well, but President Trump still won, 82.7% of the counties of our country. So the thing is, though, we saw the popular vote, we saw everything go in President Trump's favor. And I was looking at some statistics yesterday when it comes to the amount of people that vote. I mean, I think there is about 262 million people that are 18 and older that could participate in elections, but well less than that do. So maybe that'll kick into a higher gear coming up for the midterms. But back to the point of what Lara Trump said, and if you're just joining us, let's do this. If you're literally just joining us, I want to play this soundbite one more time for you. So, Director, let's go back to Lara Trump from last night. Let's just listen in one more time.
But I'll tell you, the thing with that race that scares me is that is the beginning, and that is the new face of the Democrat Party. If you think they're going to stop at New York, you are kidding yourself. It will be all over the United States of America, which is why we're going to have to fight even harder going forward from here on out, because we can never let this happen ever again in the United States.
And so I think we obviously have to band together, all of us, you know, in this country, be on each other's team, work together. This isn't about somebody's name rising to the top or somebody else's. I get competition and all that, great. But the point is, really, this is about, at the end of the day, God, family, freedom, God, family, country, freedom, and, you know, keeping the Constitution, the law of the land. That's really it, right? So I don't need to go on this whole entire tangent or read some long produced script to just simply put some of this information when it comes to common sense. Speaking of some common sense, the great Donald J. Trump, our president, and West Virginia Representative Riley Moore, really working on some of the things that are happening in some other countries, including Nigeria. That's another story we're tracking here. Of course, securing our elections, you know, the atrocities in Nigeria with the Christians that are getting killed there. Well, we're going to go to a soundbite now from President Trump talking about helping Christians in Nigeria. Let's go to that right now.
Christianity is facing an existential threat in Nigeria. Thousands and thousands of Christians are being killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter. I am hereby making Nigeria a country of particular concern. That's a legal definition. When the Christians or any such group is slaughtered, like is happening in Nigeria, 3,100 versus 4,476 worldwide. What horrible numbers. Something has to be done. I am asking Congressman Riley Moore, together with Chairman Tom Cole and the House Appropriations Committee, to immediately look into this matter and to report back to me. And I mean, like, immediately. The United States cannot stand by while such atrocities are happening in Nigeria and numerous other countries. It's not only Nigeria, it's all over. We stand ready, willing, and able to save our great Christian population around the world. This is not going to happen. The killing of Christians is not going to happen.
And so then we did speak to the West Virginia Representative Riley Moore a couple of weeks back, and I saw an interview. I believe he was on Fox Business, and reached out to the crew there in D.C., of course, out of West Virginia, again, Representative Riley Moore. So we got to catch up with him here on the network. We're also in touch with the Congressman's office to get any updates moving forward on that specific story. Yes, there's a million things going on domestically. We talk about it here at the network day in and day out. Robert McNeely earlier today speaking about it. tonight. Of course, we'll be talking about a number of other domestic topics, but this is one, of course, that when we see something like this happening, you have people like Representative Riley Moore saying this just pretty recently here on Right Side Broadcasting Network.
This is something I've been talking about since I got into Congress. My first floor speech that I gave in April was about the persecution of Christians in Muslim majority nations, and specifically talking about Nigeria and also talking about Syria. But to stay on Nigeria, just so people understand, since 2009, there has been in between 50,000 and estimates of up to 100,000 Christians murdered in Nigeria. It is the most dangerous country in the world for Christians currently. There's 35 Christians being martyred a day in Nigeria. That's 7,000 so far this year. And also this year, we had 35 Christians murdered on Palm Sunday, Ash Wednesday. They kidnapped a priest and murdered that priest as well. There is a genocide going on over there of Christians in Nigeria, and no one is speaking up. And what I want is for us to have some courage and conviction in our faith for these people who are being martyred for that exact same faith, and the brave people in Nigeria.
Great points. And so what do you think can be done? Are
How
you
are
calling
you doing,
on
Brad?
anyone within the federal government? I know you're already in the federal government, but what can be done?
Yes, so I wrote a letter specifically to Secretary Marco Rubio, who has been supportive when he was a senator on this issue, and trying to get his attention and say, we want this country, Nigeria, designated as a country of particular concern. So what does that mean? Why is that important? Well, the United States has security assistance programs with Nigeria. So that's military hardware and equipment provided, and also training. Why were we doing that? The reason was so they could stop these killings that have been going on, specifically to eliminate Boko Haram, who operates in the north. Then you have IS West Africa. But we also have this Fulani tribe that is perpetrating a lot of the murders in the middle band of the country of Nigeria right now. So that designation as a country of particular concern, when you go back to the Trump administration's first term, they had designated Nigeria as a country of particular concern, and the murders had precipitously dropped. The Biden administration took that designation off, claiming that actually the killings were happening because of climate change and disputes over land in that middle band territory. And that's why the Fulani Islamic terrorists were killing people, not because they were Christians, because of climate change. So we are asking for the Trump administration, specifically Secretary Marco Rubio, to put that designation back in place.
And so that designation is now in place thanks to President Trump and the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. Great to speak with the Representative Riley Moore just about a week ago. We'll be in touch with him again and to get any updates as we monitor that story. Again, there's a lot of stories to monitor within the Beltway in D.C., outside the Beltway, of course, globally. But aren't you glad to be in the United States of America? We are still the land of the free, home of the brave, land of the free. You know what just happened in New York City?
Hi.
Hey, how's it going? I just got here at work. I saw you streaming. I know you were going live 6:30. I'm like, oh my God. I was exhausted in the past 2 days. I was exhausted and tired. So I hope
I gotta tell you something. I actually went live.
I saw you went earlier, but I was knocked out sleeping. I was tired.
Oh my goodness, don't watch the end.
Huh?
Don't watch the end of that video.
Oh no, what happened? Bad?
Trump was doing a speech, and then one of the guys had a heart attack on national television. So please don't watch. I literally recorded him having a heart attack, and everybody was grabbing him.
Okay,
and
okay, that's nothing bad. I mean, it could happen.
The reporters were so disgusting. They kept recording, and then they wanted to take pictures when he was vulnerable. It's like, what is wrong with you guys?
Yeah, that's, you know what?
Like, cut the thing.
Wow. See? That's good you went live. I mean, anyway, so anyway, what you showing today?
Trump is going to have a dinner with the leader of Asia. He's coming to the White House.
Look what I'm having, woman.
Woo!
Spinach.
Is it? What is it?
I think spinach. It looks like I don't know what is it called. I'll be honest with you, I don't know. I'm having something different. They put it in like in a small pizza box,
It looks
and it looks like pizza, but it's not. And I'm like sick and tired. I don't want no pizza, so I ordered something different, and it's really good. It's like a Middle Eastern food. It's good. It's good. How about you?
I'm okay.
No, I mean, what you having? What you munching on? What you eating?
I had a pie and some
All right,
more.
all right. So you had dinner already?
Yeah.
All right. So what you watching? Play it because I'm busy doing something, but I like to see what you.
Midterm election.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
2026. So got to win that too. All right, let's, before we go to President Trump from earlier today, he took some questions at an event earlier.
We're
going to go
I missed that. Says earlier.
We have one more video to play as we await
That's
the
right, I didn't see
president
it.
for
Your
this
channel's
dinner
growing, girl.
shenanigan, meeting
God
with
bless,
a number
God
of
bless.
foreign ministers from Central
Keep up the good
Asian
attitude.
countries.
The reason why my channel is growing so much because I have an amazing editor.
Yeah, he's good. That's good. I mean, he's really good. Then he's nice to you, and you're nice to him. That's good. I mean,
He's truly a blessing.
and you told me you're not paying him anything, right?
I need to start.
Wait, are you paying him or free?
He's free, but I definitely want to pay
Wow,
him.
that's a good guy then.
Oh my God, you have no idea. He's a blessing.
All right, let me see what they're talking about. Actually,
Right side.
Okay.
But let's
So what's
shift back
happening
over
today
to
or
a
tonight?
domestic story where U.S. Attorney.
Well, tonight Trump
It
is
says
on
President Trump to hold dinner at 7 p.m. Who is he holding dinner with?
the leader of Asia.
Ah, okay.
Alina Habba.
He's coming to the White House.
Okay.
Out of New Jersey, recently posted an announcement about a foiled terror plot in Detroit, Michigan. Let's go to that.
Yeah, I heard that. Oh, I want to hear this. The terror plot.
Under President Trump and Attorney General Pam Bondi's leadership, protecting the homeland from radical Islamic terrorism and violent extremism is one of the Justice Department's highest priorities. The President's directives to federal law enforcement are very clear. Act quickly, work together, and stop threats before innocent people are harmed. Yesterday, my office, working hand in hand with the National Security Division in my office, did just that and charged 2 individuals by federal complaint connected to the Halloween terror plot in Detroit.
Oh, wow.
The first suspect is charged with conspiring to provide material support to a designated terrorist organization. The second suspect is charged with transmitting violent, anti-Semitic threats across the internet to individuals in the state of New Jersey and beyond.
Wow.
The threat of terrorism is real. When Americans are threatened, we respond fast,
I'm gonna be
focused,
the
and together.
Popeye spinach man.
As alleged in today's complaint, from around October 4th, 2024 to November 4th, 2025, Tomas Khan Jimenez Gazelle of Montclair, New Jersey,
Looks like a triangle.
and Saeed Ali
my
Moran
God.
of Kent, Washington, along with other co-conspirators,
It's New Jersey.
used encrypted messaging applications to plan travel to Turkey and then to Syria
crap.
to join ISIS as fighters. In their communications, they discussed detailed travel plans, physical training, weapons including firearms and IEDs, and methods to avoid law
You
enforcement
should
detection.
deport these people, those terrorists.
According to the complaint, they pledged themselves to ISIS and were plotting acts of terrorism in our country. The messages also included photographs of Jimenez Gazelle standing in front of the ISIS flag, holding a knife, and Marais wearing an ISIS hat. The complaint against Milo Sidarat charges 2 counts of transmitting threats to interstate and foreign commerce. It describes a pattern of anti-Semitic messages advocating violence, along with images and purchases consistent with preparation for attack, including a knife and sword collection, tactical gear, and images of him practicing at a gun range. Jimenez Gazelle and Sidarat are scheduled for initial appearances this afternoon in federal court in the District of New Jersey. Marais is scheduled for an initial appearance later today in the Western District of Seattle. Protecting the District of New Jersey and the United States, its people, its neighborhoods, and its institution is the core mission of our office. With our partners at the FBI and Maine Justice, We will continue to move swiftly and decisively whenever terrorism or hate threatens our communities. Thank you.
Nobody in our country, at least the people that are on the right side of history or common sense,
I don't understand these people.
That are
they're dying to come to this country, and then they're trying to terrorize it
that
and
voted
do
for
stupid
President
things.
Trump, those that are people that love God, love family, love country, love freedom.
It makes no sense. Why come here? Just to see it.
Freedom say, we don't want communism, we don't want terrorism,
Nope.
we don't want globalism. I mean, the list goes on.
Yeah, the list goes on.
We want the United States Constitution to be the law of the land, and we want our freedoms forever in this country until the return of Jesus Christ himself.
Oh my God!
All right,
it
let's do
good.
this.
Something
I'm
different,
seeing a
spinach
report
instead of
by
just
the New York Times.
Yummy.
This on Truth Social when it comes to Tory Brooke was highlighting this, that Representative Elise Stefanik out of New York is reportedly preparing to announce as early as Friday that she will run for governor next year. So the Empire State, hopefully after seeing what goes down on January 1st, 2026, which is when Zohran Mamdani is sworn in as the mayor of the communist city of New York. I cannot believe I'm saying that, but those are the facts. I believe that then maybe Elise Stefanik would at least win the gubernatorial race in New York. So we'll see that. We'll track that story. Speaking of stories and tracking various things that have happened today, the president, of course, had an event earlier at the White House. He spoke with reporters after an event talking about lowering drug prices and was speaking there. So this is what we'll do. We'll go to the Q&A with President Trump from earlier that did not get to air yet on Right Side Broadcasting Network. Following that, if the president and the Central Asian foreign minister
did they capture the guy like real
pops
life
up on the screen live, we'll take it right there
live when he was having a heart attack?
Yeah, I have it. I recorded it.
But I'm saying, did someone help him?
His friend, it looked like he grabbed one of his friend's shoulders because he was going down, and that's when everybody around him, all of his friends, moved in, and then President Trump covered him.
That's nice. Thank God. I hope he's okay.
I hope he didn't die.
Here when it comes to the White House. So, all right, it's 6:46, Thursday, November 6th. Let's go to President Trump from earlier today as he took questions from mostly fake news press, but obviously
fake
some
news
good ones
press
there too with conservative media.
I love when they say that.
Because of tariffs.
Look at the video.
Yesterday at the Supreme Court, the case being heard, the justices expressed some skepticism. What is your plan if they end up making a decision that's not in your favor?
Well, I'd rather discuss that later. I hope we're going to win that case. I think it's one of the most important cases in the history of our country. So much evolves around tariffs as a defensive mechanism for our country, as national security for our country. So I don't want to really discuss a ground truth. This is so important. If you look at China, and I covered this yesterday, but if you look at China, by putting a large 100% tariff over and above the tariffs they already paid, they came to the table, they talked, we made a wonderful deal for everybody. Our farmers, as you know, with the soybeans at levels that nobody's ever seen before, we were able to make phenomenal deals. If we didn't have the tariffs, we wouldn't have been able to do that. So we thought we did very well yesterday. We hope that we did. I think it would be devastating for our country, but I also think that we'll have to develop a Game 2 plan. We'll see what happens. Most people tell me we did very well legally.
Mr. President, related to that, are you moving forward with any new tariff announcements before a decision from the Supreme Court?
This is the best one, and we can do other things, but they're slow by comparison. Like as an example, with the 100%, I was able to do it instantaneously when we were threatened by the rare earths, as you know, the magnets. And I did it instantaneously. It was a matter of seconds. And it was a matter of seconds that I got a phone call, let's work this out. We would have had not nearly the defense that we had. It would be a shame. It would be somewhat catastrophic for our country, I have to be honest with you. I don't want to get too much involved, but what we've done, we're taking in hundreds of trillions of dollars. If you take a look at the numbers we're at $17 trillion right now. We're going to be at $21 trillion, about $21 trillion by the time
Trump for his age, he looks good.
Biden, as an example, the Biden administration was at less than $1 trillion for 4 years. We're going to be at $21 trillion for 1 year. In the history of the world, there's never been a country that's done that. Not China, not the U.S., not anybody. And a lot of that is because of the tariffs and the fact that the president is a competent.
Maybe your friend will come. Maybe someone else will join you.
And I use it for national defense.
Would be nice to
I
chat
ended,
about what's going on.
Of the 8 wars I ended, I would say 5 or 6 were ended because of tariffs. I'll give you an example. If you take a look at India and Pakistan, they started to fight. They're 2 nuclear nations. They were shooting each
What's
other.
your
8
drink?
planes were shot down.
Cheers.
There was 7, now it was 8 because the one that was shot
Cheers
down
for
is now
nothing. You have
abandoned.
nothing in your hand. I told you should get a
8
water or a
planes
cup
were
of
shot
tea
down.
or juice.
And I said, listen, if you guys are going to fight, I'm going to put tariffs on you. And they both went, they were not happy about that. And within 24 hours, I settled the war. If I didn't have tariffs, I wouldn't have been able to settle that war. So it's great national defense, and you have to be quick moving. You can't wait around for months and months while you're doing studies and you're doing all of this, or go back to Congress. Look at Congress. We can't even get a continuation from Congress. Think of that. How would you like to have to go back to Congress you have to do this spur of the moment? Because just so you understand, we're hit spur of the moment. Other countries have used tariffs to absolutely, they would have destroyed us. If I didn't come along, our country would be destroyed.
What do you have, tea?
The tariffs have made us rich in terms of national security. They've made us secure. And if you have economic strength, that's also, if you have a lack of economic strength, that's national security also. But we have great national security because of those tariffs. So I think it would be devastating if we lost that ruling.
But before the Supreme Court issues a ruling, it could be several weeks. Are you going to lay out any new additional tariffs before?
I don't want to talk about it. I'm going to hope that we win. I can't imagine that anybody would do that kind of devastation to our country. We'd have to pay back trillions of dollars. We've taken in trillions. We haven't taken in billions. We've taken in trillions of dollars. We've made trade deals based on that give us, as an example, European Union, $950 billion. Japan, wow. $650 billion. South Korea,
hey, where is the money? Give me some money, Trump.
Without this, we're not talking about some money. And they're okay. They're satisfied. They love us. I just left. They all love us. So it's not like we're such bad people. But they were doing it to us until I came along. Now they don't do it to us. We do it to them a little bit. But if they took this away, we would be defenseless against tariffs from other countries.
Mr. President, there are people on employer plans and individual plans who also don't have access to GLP-1s. What can you do to make those insurers and PBMs get these same prices so they can put access for those folks?
I'll ask Oz or Bobby that question. It's a good question.
Absolutely. Many Americans receive their insurance through the commercial markets. The companies have committed to ensure that at worst, prices are at MFN on GLP-1s and are committed to continue to negotiate those prices down based on volume, just as they do in any other instance. Another really interesting thing we're seeing, though, is that commercial plans and PBMs increasingly are enabling access for their beneficiaries, their patients, to make purchases in the cash market and then still receive coverage under their accumulators and their deductibles. And so we're building that capacity, and absolutely, Trump RX is being built to enable just that behavior and drive transparency in the process.
Mr. President, there are so many Americans that report tremendously positive results from these drugs. What real-world impact do you think this will be? Is there an estimate on how many Americans may now take these drugs? And also about the informed consent on side effects. There are lawsuits against these companies that some people experienced damage to their gut health, vision loss, and other potentially serious side effects there. So how will we ensure Americans are able to make the best choice of the risk versus the rewards?
Well, I'll let them speak about the side effects, but I've heard about very little side effects with respect to
Is this live?
I mean, it's all positive, and that's usually not the case. I mean, usually you hear
I'm just asking,
things. You see these crazy
because I'm doing my paperwork, I'm listening, but I was wondering, is there Replay or live now?
Very few, but
Live,
I'll let
sorry,
you handle it.
At a high level, 1 in 3 people who can hear my voice are eligible for these medications. That's the magnitude of impact. And we believe, just to reemphasize, we will actually save the American taxpayer money if people use these drugs appropriately for the duration for which they're indicated. There are always going to be side effects of anything. Anything strong enough to help you is strong enough to hurt you. The question is the trade-off worth it? We know the ravaging risks of obesity and all downstream issues ranging from diabetes and hypertension to renal failure, dementia, heart disease, my specialty. But I'll ask Dave Ricks from Lilly to maybe start off because he can give an honest appraisal of potential risks people should be aware of. There's no free cheese.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. I mean, today, as you may know, there's about 8 million people benefiting from the 2 companies' medications. This new announcement will make that tens of millions that could benefit from it. So it's a huge improvement. But as the previous question, we need commercial plans and other insurers to step into this arrangement. I think probably both companies will work hard to make sure that happens. Yeah, as Dr. Oz said, no drug that can help you has no side effects. Most of them are well known. We've been using this class of medications for nearly 20 years. And that's why it's important that patients go to their doctor and decide together whether this is right for them, and their doctor knows their medical history and has the information about these medications. But we're confident in the safety, but there's always some precautions we should have, and people's own medical histories matter in that decision.
And are there any estimates for? Yes.
What I would like to say is also that, of course, in my speech I made a comment that what happened today allows us and Lilly to provide medications to millions and millions more than they are getting it today. Today, a lot of those patients are trying to go out there and take the knockoff versions of these medications, mainly because they were cheaper than our medication. With the reduction of the price, hopefully many of these patients don't need to choose their safety over their wallet and now are able to find the real thing at a very decent price.
Is that a big problem for you, knockoffs? Sounds like it might be.
It has been, yes. It has been. But on the other hand, of course, patients have to be able to afford it. So it has been also our job to make sure that affordability.
Are the knockoffs dangerous?
The knockoffs are not FDA. The API, the raw ingredient that goes into them, are not FDA approved.
Yeah,
so
they are dangerous.
Nothing is as good as the original.
Yeah, I know that.
Yesterday in the Supreme Court, Chief Justice Roberts said that tariffs are taxes, that they're paid by Americans. He said this pretty clearly. And yet you're saying that this money is rolling in from other countries. How do you square those two?
Well, it is. It's coming in because they've charged us. You know, the same countries that you talk about are charging us massive amounts of money. If you look at the tariffs over the years that were put on our heads, there's a reason we're $38 trillion owed. Now that money's going to start coming.
You can get in the box, guys, if you want. Just click on the link.
Coming down. But
yeah,
we had presidents that didn't know.
Yeah, the box, or click the link below.
Yeah, it's in the chat, guys. Just click it and it will direct you.
Before I used to like, what the heck is the box? I didn't even know what it means.
Yeah, just click on the link in the chat. It will direct you.
Yeah.
How to use tariffs. We had presidents that had no understanding of business. But if you take a look at what's happened to us, every country charges tariffs. China, the European Union was brutal. They charged us tariffs. Not only tariffs, they charged us tariffs so we couldn't sell cars there. We couldn't sell our product. They didn't want our agriculture. They didn't want our cars. Now they're taking our cars, and now they're taking our agriculture. You know, far more than money. It really is a defensive mechanism. If we didn't have tariffs, we would be unable to defend ourselves.
So then do you agree then that Americans are paying those tariffs?
I think, no, I don't agree. I think that they might be paying something, but when you take the overall impact, the Americans are gaining tremendously. They're gaining through national security. Look, I'm ending war because of these tariffs. Americans would have to fight in some of these wars. They're gaining in national security. They're gaining in economics. They're gaining in so many different ways. And they're gaining in self-respect for our own country. Other countries used to laugh at us. They would charge us tariffs. Japan was charging us massive tariffs, and yet they wouldn't allow our cars to be sold in Japan. but they were selling 9 million cars here.
You know, when it comes
but
to
they
Trump,
wouldn't allow one car.
about
Not
business,
one car was sold.
he
in
really
Japan.
knows what he's
They don't
talking
laugh
about
at us anymore.
because
This is really a matter. This is national
I
security.
mean,
And by the
he's
way,
pretty good
going
domestically,
bankrupt
like
is
about the
national
U.S.
security. You know,
He's
our
getting a
country
little
is
good
really
about
in trouble.
international.
Going bankrupt.
But he made a couple of mistakes or bad moves. But other than that, he's pretty good.
He's human, so he's going to definitely make mistakes being a president.
Yeah, I
He's not all,
understand. But just because he's a human, don't forget he's the president. So you gotta be careful. He's not like you and me, you know.
That's very true.
And the difference between going bankrupt and thriving, that's also national security. When you go bankrupt, when you don't have any money, you have no national security. And we are thriving. I mean, all this money coming into our country that I told you about, the 17 trillion as of now, but it's going up rapidly. I was in Japan, and we have Toyota is coming in with $10 billion to build plants, operated by Americans, but building plants all over the United States. Well, they left. They took our plants. They sold cars in here without tariffs. They sold cars. We didn't charge them anything. They destroyed our auto industry. We lost 50%, 54% of our auto industry to other. We used to, if you go back into the 30s and 40s, we had 100% of the automobile business. Really? Then it started getting chopped away.
Yeah.
But Mexico, Canada, many countries, I mean, Canada fought us very hard. The ones that don't want us to win are foreign countries that we are able now to do very well with. Those are the ones that fight it. Those are maybe people that hate our country. I think it's the most important case maybe in the history of our country.
This has been a major achievement for your administration, targeting the segment of our population that needs it the most, that has the highest obesity rates. You're making it affordable. You are truly saving lives. That's coming from the viewers that we've had in that 1 hour that we took a little bit of a break. My question to you is, Walmart just pushed out a report that says this year's traditional
Walmart, your favorite store,
will cost 25% less than it did under the Biden administration. Plus, gas prices being down in the $2 region makes it more affordable to travel to grandma's house for this Thanksgiving.
Thank you, bro.
I would say comment below who all loves Wally World. Wally.
And I read, it's not so much a question, it's a statement. I would have made the statement, but we have a lot of things happening, so I wouldn't necessarily have made it right now. So Walmart, to me, you know, that's AAA, came out that nobody going to influence them. I don't know them. But they just came out with a very powerful statement. They've done it for many years, that under the Biden administration, Thanksgiving meal, a Thanksgiving meal with all the trimmings cost 25% more. Yep. In other words, our Thanksgiving this year coming up will cost 25% less than Sleepy Joe Biden.
Sleepy Joe.
Now, to me, that's better than anything there is. That's better than a poll. They've got everything included, from the trimmings and from the turkey and from everything, a lot of different items. It's 25% less this year than it was last year when he was so-called in charge. He wasn't in charge. The people around the desk were in charge. The auto pen was in charge. That is a big factor. And I was angry last night with the Republicans. I said, you don't talk about this stuff. Nobody talks about it. You know, I rely on a question from a reporter to get that out. We should be talking about it because they talk about affordability. They don't have affordability. We had the highest inflation in the history of our country under Biden.
Yes,
we had high gasoline prices at $4.50, $5 a gallon. They're going to be hitting $2 a gallon with me. They're getting close to $2 a gallon.
Whoa.
And when gasoline goes down and energy goes down, everything else follows. What the Democrats do is they lie. We are the ones that have done great on affordability. They've done horribly on affordability. The only thing is they go out and they take commercials how under the Democrats you have affordability. It's just the opposite. We have much lower prices than they do. And we only have one thing, beef, because the cattle ranches are doing well. We're going to bring the beef prices down, and they understand that, even if we have to help them out. But the beef also is not a big difference.
Leave the cows alone, guys. Come on.
Every price is down.
Why not bring the lamb down?
Why did you guys go after Oink Oink, the porky?
Bring lamb down, bring pork down. You know what? You need to raise the pork up.
Almost $2 for gasoline, and you take a look at where they were at $4.50, $5 for gasoline. And when gasoline and energy comes down, everything else follows. And I was so happy. Last night I made a speech, and then I get off the stage. I said I feel like going up and saying it, because I have a lot of respect for Walmart. And
wow, he loved Walmart. What the heck?
And they said Trump's Thanksgiving dinner, same things, is
I'm gonna go shop to
25%
Walmart
less than Biden's. And we are the affordability. We are the ones that have done a great job with affordability, not the Democrats. And yet we just lost a couple of elections that were very Democrat areas. Maybe won't be full. They weren't very Democrat when I ran a year ago because I did well in those areas. But we just lost an election, they said, based on affordability. It's a con job by the Democrats. The Democrats are only good at con and cheating on elections. Thank you for the question.
No one noticed in the middle question about India.
Say it.
How is the talks with Prime Minister Modi going on a trade deal? And when
going good. He stopped buying oil from Russia.
When do you plan?
And he's a friend of mine, and we speak, and he wants me to go there, and we'll figure that out. I'll go. I had a great trip there with Prime Minister Modi. He's a great man. And I'll be going.
Novo Nordisk is in the middle of a 10.
You're planning to go to India next year, sir?
It could be, yeah.
Novo Nordisk is in the middle of a potential $10 billion acquisition for a smaller obesity biotech. They might need your and the FTC's help to see that through. Do you have any issues with that, or Eli Lilly buying a smaller obesity biotech from an anti-competitive
Well, I don't know. Do you want to talk about that? I mean, I'd like to hear it. Maybe you should give us a piece of the company, like I've been asking for.
So I
give the United States a nice big chunk of the company.
So Novo Nordisk and Pfizer right now are in the middle of an acquisition dialogue and discussion.
It's you and Pfizer?
It's us and Pfizer.
Competing for the company?
Competing for the company.
Who's winning?
And as of today, our bid is higher. And our message to Pfizer is that if they would like to buy the company, then put your hand in the pocket and bid higher. It's a free market, and at the end of it, it has to do with basically the price that the seller is selling for their shareholders and the buyers willing to.
Pharmaceutical company. Let's go, girl.
Okay.
Yeah, how much money you got on you? $1?
Yep, if that.
Wow, we're rich. Da, da, da. All right, continue.
Okay.
Pay for it. This has nothing to do with FTC, has nothing to do with anything else.
Do you think is that a similar product to what we're talking about today?
It's a product, it's a series of products that will come to the market in around turn of the decade, where the market is very crowded with many other players as well. Right. So it's the next generations of products, and it will come 5. Yeah.
Mr. President, Zoran Mandami, you said that, you called him a communist. You said that if he won, you would take drastic action against New York City. What kind of actions are you looking at, and will the ICE deportations continue?
Well, I think you have to look. If he is a communist, there's not going to be a lot of activity. So you wouldn't need bridges and tunnels and all the different things that were being planned for New York, I think. And look, I hope New York does well. That's all I can say. I love New York. I grew up in New York. I did well in New York. Always did well. And I hope New York does well.
He actually does love New York. That's his state.
Will they continue?
ICE raids? Well, you want to get criminals out. If they're criminals, we want to get them out. Ideally, we wouldn't have to do them because he'll send the criminals out himself. But that seems to be unlikely. No, we have to get criminals out. Millions of people were let into our country from prisons and from mental institutions and drug dealers, a lot of drug dealers.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
11,888 murders.
He's saying the truth. He's not like making things up, Murder.
And we want to get them
I
out.
know that.
So whether they're in New York or anywhere else, we want to get them out. We created a great place in Washington. All of you know, you see the difference between what it was now and what it was a year ago under Biden. It was a
Sleepy
death
Joe.
trap. Now it's people walk down the street, they have dinner, the restaurants are booming. Washington D.C. is great. I will tell you, Memphis is doing really well too. You're hearing those reports. It's companies were going to move out. They're not going to move out anymore. We've done a great job, and we've only been there for 4 weeks. So we've done a great job with that. But they have killers in New York. We want to get them out. If they have murderers, if they have people from jails that they allowed out of their jails in
Mental
order to save a lot of money.
institutions.
We want them out of here. We
Crazy
want to put them back in their
Yeah.
jails, not our jails.
Mr. President, quick question in regards to TSA. Would you ever consider privatizing TSA? That question comes to us from our viewers all the time, and I told them I would ask.
Where's TSA?
I think of privatizing a lot of
I mean, is it me or you? I can hardly hear what Trump is talking. Can you make it a little louder, please?
privatizing.
Okay.
Thank you.
Some things that they really do, they work out better privatized. But it is government, and sometimes government can be better. It's something a lot of people talk about.
I've heard the government, as far as air traffic controllers, is 2 thumbs up on that. I've heard from dozens of pilots who have flown the last 90 days, particularly under all the stress of the government shutdown.
Right.
They tell me, Brian, that is the one thing the government does right is air traffic controls.
Well, we're gonna do it a lot better too, because we're gonna buy a new system. It's under bid right now. Bid about 4 different companies, all top of the line, like these 2 great companies, except, in a different, slightly different field. And the air traffic control equipment is 45 years old. Buttigieg spent billions of dollars trying to fix it and didn't even use the right wire. You're hooking up glass into copper, and you can't do that. If they went to a reasonably good school, they'd find out you can't hook glass into copper. And they spent billions of dollars, and it was actually made the system much worse. We're going to get rid of the entire system, put a brand new system in. It'll be expensive, but we'll have the best air control system, meaning the control towers. They'll be stripped down to the bone, and brand new equipment is being installed. And we'll give out that. It's a big contract. We'll give out that contract over the next 6 weeks.
On drug pricing. Sir, that the FAA is going to have to cut about 10% of flights at the top 40 airports because of the government shutdown. Are you at all concerned that it might not be safe to fly right now? And what do you tell people who are gearing up for
that's why they're cutting. Yeah, it's a fair question. Sean Duffy announced they're cutting in certain areas 10%, and they want to make sure it's 100% safe. That's why they're doing it.
Mr. President, given these modifications that are being made to air travel, the other disruptions with the government shutdown, do you think it's time for Republicans in Congress to change their negotiating position at all?
In what way?
To start making concessions to Democrats?
Well, I think it's time for them to end the filibuster and just put everybody back to work. Vote in voter ID, vote in no mail-in voting except for military, faraway military, and people that are very sick. I'd like to see one-day voting. I'd like to see not 65 days of voting from all over the place. No, I'd like to clean up the elections. The border, we've done a great job. We have a great, strong border now. I'd like to see new rules on immigration that can be fair and good, but rules that you'll never get, rules that they're never going to get. There's so many things we could put in, including tax cuts that we could get, and we could do it all ourselves. But to do that, you have to end the filibuster. And they'll do it too. They'll immediately do it. What they're going to do is, what the Democrats will do is they're going to make Puerto Rico a state. They're going to make D.C. a state.
What the heck?
They're going to pack the court. They're going to end up with more electoral votes. They're going to end up with 4 senators because of the 2 states. And they're going to do this 100%. They would have done it, except Manchin and Sinema got in their way. They would have done it. So if they're going to do it, I would do it. I would do it before them.
And you think
that
the longer
a little like Israel. Israel attacked first. That attack was very, very powerful. I was very much in charge of that. When Israel attacked Iran first, that was a great day for Israel, because that attack did more damage than the rest of them put together. What I'd like to see is voter ID. Who wouldn't approve voter ID? The Democrats. Why wouldn't they approve it? Because they cheat. There's only one reason not. We don't have voter identification, and we should have it. If we got rid of the filibuster, in one day you'd have voter identification. The only reason they don't want it is because they cheat.
Mr. President, there's some people Republicans who would also like to see the ACA tax credits extended for middle-class folks who are buying insurance on their own. Right. Where do you weigh in on that?
Well, I don't weigh in, but we're looking at all of that right now. We're looking at all of it. There are a lot of great ideas out there, including for health care, because Obamacare is a disaster. The Obamacare premium is going to go up 17 or 18%, and that's not my fault. I didn't want Obamacare. That's the fault of the people that put it in, the Democrats. And now they want to subsidize further. But you know, where you take it from them, you take it from a lot of other people. We could have much better health care at a much lower price.
Will you be doing another one of these drug pricing announcements with another company, or is this the last we're going to see for a little while? About drug pricing, deals that you're
everybody's involved, and we're going to get low pricing from. All companies are being involved. We are now going to have, with all drugs, the lowest price anywhere in the world. That's the price we're going to have.
And will you have
That's called favored nations. We were stupid nations before. We paid 10 times more, sometimes 15 times more, than they were paying in Europe and other places. So that was really stupid.
In 2 years, these will go down. The injectable prices will go down to $250, I believe. But American patients might still look at European prices and say these aren't quite low enough to match that. What would you say in response?
Well, then we're going to match it because as far as I'm concerned, we're at favored nations. If Europe is paying less, then now there could be other reasons. There could be a distribution, et cetera, et cetera. It's harder to get to, but outside of pretty minor things, this is favored nations. We are going to be paying the lowest price in the world, outside of some nations that are stone cold bankrupt, have no money, and people make contributions of medicines to those nations, including us. We're going to have the lowest prices anywhere in the world, and your drug prices will go down 600, 700, 800%, and I'll be given no credit for it because I never get credit for anything. But nobody else could have done this. So thank you very much.
Thank you guys.
And as you saw on the top right of your screen, it said earlier today, of course, great to have that air right here on Right Side as it's 7:14. Good evening once again, and welcome to RSBN Live. I'm Matthew Alvarez. So at 7 o'clock, or a little bit after, as you see, the president will participate with these foreign ministers from numerous Central Asian countries for a dinner in the East Room. So as soon as we see that live feed, we'll take you there. In the meantime, two great sponsors to let you know about, and then we'll get into some of the stories that we're tracking in this 24/7 news cycle. As you guys know, a lot going on out there. Before we get to that, let's go to the sponsors. And, of course, within all the whole framework here, if the president...
We do not need to hear the sponsors, hon. Okay? You guys are always doing the same sponsors. Guys, don't get sick, okay? Welcome, everybody.
Welcome back.
Don't be shy.
Don't be shy.
Talk.
Hey, what are you, a parrot?
You probably want a cracker?
Yeah, nah, no, thank you. OMG, I put something in the wrong field.
Oh, don't do that.
That's all right. I'll fix it. Things happen, but it's your fault.
Okay. How's your coffee?
It's good. It's good.
That's good.
How's your tea?
It's not tea, it's juice.
Oh. Duh.
It's a naked drink.
Yeah, naked drink. Oh my God! The first time I heard about it, I'm like, why on earth they will call a drink naked? I mean, nowadays you can't even say anything without you being reprimanded and getting yourself into trouble, especially especially being a guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Excuse me. Can you give me a naked drink? Woman, drink. I mean, drink.
Oh, sure.
Exactly. Yeah, very funny, mister.
Is that all you want?
That's all you want. You're funny. The way you sound good, when you talk like that, it's amazing.
Thank you. I don't even try half the time.
Yeah.
Yo. Trump's our president, and Jesus Christ is our savior.
You really love Trump, don't you?
No, I love him, yes, but not as much as I love my savior. I would never put Trump above my king.
Okay, just wondering, because you always say how good Trump is. I mean, there are things, I hate to say this thing, but as I like Trump, I vote for Trump, but there are things I did not like what he did. I mean,
I'm not saying I like everything that he does, but he is better. He is the best option compared to what we would have had.
true. Compared to Laughing Hyena, Kamala.
Yeah,
Oh my
Sleepy
God!
Joe.
Thank you, Jesus, that she
Barack
wasn't.
Obama.
Obama, I hate to say this thing too. Obama, I am sorry, he's a traitor. He is. He was.
That's literally what they call him.
Yeah,
Barack
he
Obama.
gave 8 billion with a B, $8 billion to Iran, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And you know what else is also really weird and funny? And they're picking
What?
on Trump for illegal immigration and it says the cages and all that. The first one who had done that, it was Obama.
Exactly.
No one was as good as to our country, even to the black people, as Trump. Obama didn't even do a thing.
Barack Obama was trying to get the black community on his side, and they all stood up and was like,
"Yeah, they know he's fake.
We don't like you. We're all for Trump."
Yeah. I mean, come on, listen. You know, I could talk the talk, but if you can't do the walk, people can see through you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So stop the crap, man. I mean, and this guy, Obama, the way he said, "Oh, Obama healthcare," it's a horrible. Matter of fact, I remember I was being contacted. "Oh, would you like to sign for Obama healthcare?" I said, "No, don't you ever contact me again."
Don't be talking filth to me.
Yeah, I said I don't want nothing. I don't want anything to do with freaking Obama.
Yeah,
I don't trust this guy. I don't believe in this guy. I think it's a big mistake even for having him as a president.
He's a scam.
Scam.
Asian countries. Great
So
to see
is
this.
Biden.
Live. As soon as we see it, we'll go.
Yep,
there.
Sleepy
So,
Joe.
Yeah.
Here's some of the stories we're following within that 24/7 news cycle. Today is good old day 37.
37 days that the government's been shut down.
It's all because of the freaking Democrat, because they want the money to be given. They want to take care of the illegals before and over what?
The American people.
Yeah, this is insane.
Ridiculous.
I don't understand this. I really don't get it. It's like a mind-boggling.
They need to get the stick out of their booties and reopen, you know?
Yeah.
This is shutdown. You know,
and
we've
look
been
what's
seeing
going
a lot
on now.
of GOP leadership
Across the nation, they're reducing air traffic. I think
everybody's not everybody is not getting paid.
Yeah. That's what
they're literally doing their jobs, but they're not getting paid.
No.
It's sad. It's like,
what do you mean sad? It's insane. It's a disaster. Imagine you gotta pay, you have bills to pay, you got a family to feed, and then on top of that, all that pressure on you trying to do your job. I don't know, man. This is not good. I'm sorry.
Stop acting like this and just reopen it.
This is not good.
Johnson's.
Not at all.
So most likely we'll be seeing that tomorrow unless a miracle happens.
Guys, I am an American.
No, you're not.
I am an American.
You are British.
I am not.
You're British.
I'm Mexican. God bless. God bless.
Happens tonight or overnight on Capitol Hill. And that,
Capitol
again, is a 10 o'clock press conference every day, at least Monday through Friday. So that'll be day 38 tomorrow. Also, we're tracking if there are any more developments when it comes to deep state indictments. That's a story that a lot of people are interested in. Of course, we want our country to be saved, not only from now until the midterms, not only from now until the election of 2028 for the next president. We have a great opportunity right here before us.
What do you mean the next president?
Our great leader, President Donald.
Well, next president. They didn't say anything about next.
2028, Trump won't be president?
Donald J. Trump and this team to take care of business for we the people. We've been seeing a lot of wins. We want to see more, and that's the job that we all said, you know what, we love President Trump, and that was since 2015.
I'm praying extra hard.
Winning 3 straight elections, landslide fashion.
Yeah, but
also some other stories we're following.
We're following the ICE mass
deportations throughout the country, and you know what's interesting in Chicago, and some of the people at the great Homeland Security right now and ICE and all that online are almost trolling Chicago Tribune reporters because the Chicago Tribune reporters are talking about where different ICE agents are, or where, and they're really just going to bat for the people that are criminal illegal aliens. So again, it's all that public opinion. You sway public opinion with this false reporting, and then people believe it, and then they go out to the polls, just like they did in New York the other day.
New York.
That's why we always talk about it here at Right Side, because we understand how it works. And we have people that have worked in mainstream media here, in local news for several years. There really wasn't that many conservative media opportunities, but I had my eye on Right Side Broadcasting Network. I remember working in mainstream media and being like, man, they just went to another rally, a 6th straight rally with President Trump back in the campaign days. What was that, 2020 time frame?
I don't see how Trump does it. He has.
So it's great to see that this is happening.
The energy.
We've got to keep speaking the truth. And if you don't have lights and a microphone and all that, and you're not in media, keep speaking it to your friends, your family. Get out the vote. Let's win these midterms. I know it's 360 some odd days away. And we understand, again, New Jersey and Virginia, they voted for the majority of the people in those 2 states voted for Kamala Harris in the 2024 election. I remember covering it here at the network with Robert McNeely and Christina Loren. We were live. You remember the whole thing. If you watched last night, we aired the November 5th, 2024 clip of the president winning. And I remember in that broadcast, we kept looking at Virginia. And we would see, whether it's the AP or Fox or right here at Right Side Broadcasting Network, we could see Virginia a little bit blue, then maybe purple, red, back and forth. And we're thinking, is Virginia going to go to President Trump?
Did you just say purple?
Well, anyway, so Virginia, of course, went to the Democrat
what is considered a purple?
Same thing in New Jersey.
I understand
and then
blue
in New York,
red.
you know, it is New York City where
the
indoctrination and the brainwashing has been going on for how many decades. And it is a bubble there. If you've been to New York, which I was surprised, to be honest with you guys, as we await the president tonight at the East Room of the White House, I put a poll up on my True Social at Matthew Alvarez, and I said, have you ever been to New York City?
I see a bush.
Let me double check the latest.
Oh my God, they have a nice garden.
I couldn't believe it. There's a lot of people that just haven't been to the Big Apple. And the point that I'm trying to make is that
some flower vines up there. That would be
there. My family's from there. I get it.
I would.
There's a bubble. When you're walking those streets, you think that the rest of the country's way out there. And
thank you for the heart.
And we're here in New York.
Yeah, they love you.
Well, I didn't think that. I just understood that's what people were thinking.
Thank you.
You know, to be
thank
straight,
you.
one of the
Jesus
photographers called me a country bumpkin one time because I just, you know, I could still hack it in the city.
What?
I'm glad I'm not there anymore. Trust me on that. But the
you'll get ran over in the city.
They think they're in this bubble. Not everybody.
Thank you for tuning in,
guys. And the kinds of people.
Thank you for the 300.
Here, but
oh my goodness, I got a new subscriber.
Amen. Yeah.
Let's go to
338 of you beautiful people.
Yeah, beautiful people. They love you, woman.
Oh, God bless. Wait, is this a dinner? Doesn't look like it. What are you guys gonna eat? Are you gonna eat lamb? You're gonna have a sandwich. Soup? Those are plates, not bowls, so they're not having soup. Oh, what are those flags? One's an American flag.
I don't know.
What's a red flag with a sun on it?
I have no idea.
Actually, that looks like a ball.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Well, thank you very much, everybody. And I'm delighted to be hosting this group of very, very really distinguished people and leaders. Few leaders can even compete with the people around this table. They're from Central Asia, and it's a magnificent part of the world. It's also a strong part. It's a tough part, and there's nobody tougher or smarter than the people we have gathered tonight. I'd like to thank Vice President J.D. Vance and Secretary Rubio, Secretary Bessent, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, Ambassador Sergio Gore, going to India very shortly. Congratulations, Sergio. And Rick Grinnell, who's always done a fantastic job. Thank you, Rick, very much. And Senators Jim Risch and Steve Daines for being here. We have some other people coming in a little while, very distinguished people. I've just completed a series of outstanding bilateral meetings with these leaders in the Oval Office to discuss our ties with this very important part of the universe. We're strengthening our economic partnerships, improving our security cooperation, and expanding our overall bonds. A tremendous amounts of trade was done just in the last little while. Lots of great products, military products and otherwise, are being bought from the United States. We make the best military equipment by far in the world, and they understood it, really have understood it for a while, ever since I've been in office, where we rebuilt completely our military. I want to thank all of the leaders for being here and for their dedication to a strong relationship with the USA. The nations of Central Asia, known as the C5, sit at the historical and geographic crossroads of the world. These nations were once home to the ancient Silk Road connecting east and west. Great history, tremendous, beautiful history. Today, their location in the heart of Eurasia gives them incredible importance and unbelievable potential. Sadly, previous American presidents neglected this region completely. It's an unbelievable region, and by the way, it happens to be an extremely wealthy region too. But we are fixing that mistake, and I'm committed to making America's partnership with each of these countries stronger than ever before. And I've had a relationship long before this. We've had a great relationship with some of the leaders sitting at the table, and I understand the importance of this region. One of the most important regions. A lot of people don't know that or didn't know that. One of the key items on our agenda is critical minerals. In recent weeks, my administration has strengthened American economic security by forging agreements with allies and friends across the world to broaden our critical mineral supply chains. We had a great relationship and a great meeting with President Xi of China. And we went also, as you know, our new and fantastic Prime Minister of Japan. If you take a look, what we've done is pretty amazing. We were with the President of South Korea. We went to Malaysia and lots of other places and had a lot of meetings while in South Korea. And I think it was a tremendous period of time. We took in at least $2 trillion pouring into our country. There's never been anything like it. We have almost $18 trillion of investment. And by the time we finish out our first year, we probably will have about 20 or 21 trillion, with a T, trillion dollars of investment. And there's never been anything like that in the history of the world, not just the United States. This is really the world we're talking about, nor has anything been close. It's a great honor. I've had a very talented team next to me, but it's a great honor to have that kind of economic power. This was helped greatly by tariffs. It was helped greatly by November 5th, which was the election, presidential election. But our countries and the countries that we're dealing with, they're promoting security, stability, and everything else that you can imagine for the entire world. 3 months ago, my administration also brokered a historic peace agreement between nearby Armenia and Azerbaijan, one of the 8 wars that we ended in 8 months. At that time, 8 months, we're looking to end one more, if that's possible, Russia and Ukraine. We haven't gotten there yet, but I think we've made a lot of progress. As I said at the time, that historic accord includes the construction of the new Trump route. It's such a beautiful thing. They named it after me. I really appreciate it. It's actually a big deal. But it's the new Trump route for international peace. This is a road that's being carved and goes through some of the most important places anywhere in the world, some of the most important places economically also anywhere in the world. which will boost commercial activity on the other side of the Caspian Sea, helping nations throughout Central Asia. I'm optimistic that each of the countries here today will reap the benefits of peace if they embrace the opportunity that we've unleashed with the agreement. Some of the countries we're talking about and some of the countries represented here are going to be joining the Abraham Accords, the Abraham Accord, and that those announcements will be made over the next little while. The Abraham Accords are very sought after right now. We're going to be announcing some very important countries that are joining, and for Jared and for Steve Witkoff, we appreciate the great job you've done. This evening, I'm also delighted to report that Kazakhstan has officially agreed, and that's official now, as of about 15 minutes ago. A tremendous country with a tremendous leader has officially joined the Abraham Accords. And I just want to thank you, Mr. President. It's a great honor. It's a tremendous honor to have you. Really great. Once again, I'm grateful that each of these respected leaders has made the trip to Washington, and I'm delighted to continue our conversation over dinner. We're going to have a little working dinner, short one. They've been flying a long way. It's a long flight, but we're going to have a quick but very fruitful dinner. I want to thank the media. You've covered it very fairly, and it's really a great honor to be with these incredible leaders. These are highly respected people, and there's no games. They don't play games, I want to tell you that. So maybe I'd like to ask you, Mr. President, to say a few words if you'd like, and we can go through the list of the 5, and then we'll have a little dinner, please.
Mr. President, first of all, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to you for convening this truly historic meeting at the White House. And under your steadfast leadership, this summit marks the beginning of a new era of interaction between the United States and Central Asia. Precisely 1 year ago, you achieved a landslide victory in historic election which was absolutely clean and fair. And once again, my congratulations.
Thank you.
And my strong belief that, Mr. President, you are the great leader, statesman, sent by heaven to bring common sense and traditions that we all share and value back into the United States policy, either domestic or foreign. Therefore, millions of people in so many countries are so grateful to you. And I'm convinced that your wise and bold policy needs to be strongly supported worldwide.
Thank you.
Under your presidency, America is ushering in a new golden age. I commend your far-sighted vision of making America great again. This inspires me to pursue target-oriented strategy towards building just and strong Kazakhstan on the basis of my concept, law and order. As President of Peace, you, Mr. Trump, brought to an end 8 wars just within 8 months. Thus, you have evidently reinforced America, its role as a pillar of international stability. Mr. President, I highly appreciate your unwavering support to advancing Kazakh-American multifaceted cooperation. As early as in your first term in the White House, our relations have been legally fixed as enhanced strategic partnership. The United States is the largest investor with over $100 billion in our economy as its perpetuum mobile. Our trade turnover has doubled in recent years and is approaching $5 billion. We cover almost 25% of America's domestic uranium demand. Kazakhstan has become a home country for 600 American companies. So I think that it's a very good figure. And during my visit alone, our businesses are concluding deals worth over $17 billion, paving the way for even greater B2B partnership. So my political will to seize all those unique opportunities, and this will is firm, is irreversible, and I will keep all important issues under my personal attention. I have no doubts that we have very bright future as it comes to our bilateral cooperation. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you, Mr. President. Great job, too. Thank you very much. Please.
Oh, bless you.
Esteemed Mr. Trump, we highly value your personal contribution to reboot process of C5+1. Before that, none of the presidents of United States of America never treated Central Asia as you do. Me personally and all my colleagues are grateful to you. We've felt your close attention, your attitude, and it means a lot for us. Thank you very much for that. In reality, indeed, I'd like to repeat myself. I've told you that already. In Uzbekistan, we call you the president of the world. You've done a lot. You were able to stop 8 wars, and I'm convinced that the war between Russia and Ukraine can be only stopped by you, and we are very much hopeful for that. Today's summit shows that the United States of America foresees Central Asia as key partner. Together, we develop future which is based on trust and pursuance to creation. I have a number of proposals. We would like to establish a permanent secretariat and place it based on rotations in different countries of Central Asia. Number 2, to establish a coordination council on investments and trade, and to provide for the systemic dialogue between public authorities and companies. We think that the idea to establish a Central Asian investment partnership would be a good idea. So we were able to agree on that in 2020. We are ready to continuously work with the U.S. on establishing communicational and energy projects, transportation, to link Central Asia and Europe, applying and using Trump route. 3-year plan has been established, as I told you already, to implement our investment program for $34 billion. Those are large projects, and we've discussed it with you already, both in New York and today I've mentioned it to you. So we have strong perspective. Once again, I would like to express my deepest gratitude for all that has been already done. And we will take back a lot of results from this summit. It is a landmarking summit, and your attitude towards all of us means your great support to us to strengthen Central Asia and to strengthen the partnership between Central Asia and the U.S. C5+1 have to become efficient mechanism of our practical partnership, and I propose to host our next summit in 2026 in Samarkand to establish this further. I'm pretty sure that, I'm convinced, Mr. Trump, that under your leadership it will be a strong partnership. Thank you very much for your attention, and we will be well prepared for the summit in Samarkand.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. President. Please.
President Donald Trump, I thank you very much for your invitation to participate in today's very important high-level commemorative meeting in the format of C5+1. The Central Asia and the United States, you play a remarkable and highly commendable role in ensuring peace and stability in conflict regions around the world, and your peaceful efforts are worthy of praise, and I extend my heartfelt congratulations to you, Mr. President. And today our collaboration, our wide-ranging bilateral cooperation covers different areas: trade, economy, security. As it comes to our security cooperation, we particularly have an excellent cooperation on counterterrorism, fighting extremism and the drug trafficking. Mr. President, over 70 companies with American investment are operating in Tajikistan today, and 93% of my country is mountainous, and we have an abundance of natural resources, particularly water, hydropower, critical minerals and rare earth materials. Tajikistan is a home for 13,000 glaciers, and approximately 60% of Central Asian water resources originate in Tajikistan, and our country is rich in strategically important minerals, including rare earth minerals and critical materials. Tajikistan is a member of both the European Union's Critical Raw Materials Club and the United States Mineral Security Partnership Instrument. And according to the United States Geological Survey, our country ranks the second in the world in terms of antimony production, and is currently the largest producer of metallic antimony, which is the United States so deeply interested in, and we have a brilliant cooperation on this. And last year, antimony accounted for 97% of Tajikistan total exports to the United States. In 2024, Tajikistan produced and exported 17,000 tons of metallic antimony, primarily to the United States. And the activities of ANZOB, joint venture in ANZOB Metallurgical Company in Tajikistan, with American investment by Comsap, American company, exemplify our strong and long-enduring collaboration. However, there are still many opportunities in terms of trade and investment, and we are interested in expanding economic and trade cooperation between our countries. So there is a good opportunity to cooperate in creating new generation of sustainable artificial intelligence data centers. And since we have a brilliant cooperation between our air companies, and since 2008, Tajikistan's Somon Air Company had purchased 8 mid-size Boeing aircraft with a total volume of $440 million, and this company is expected to receive 2 more modern Boeing 737 MAX 8 aircraft next year, and the total commercial package of Boeing with the Somon Air exceeds $3 billion. And American companies, so we have excellent cooperation with American companies over the last 20 years, and the American companies, they're particularly interested in antimony and many rare earth minerals, which Tajikistan has abundant resources, and Tajikistan, among the Central Asian countries, has a very rich, boundless potential and resources in critical minerals, and we are very keen to continue closely our cooperation on security items, which we are so concerned for so far, and I wish you every bit of luck and to your endeavors as a president of peace.
Please.
Dear mass media representatives, for me it's a great pleasure for me to hold a bilateral meeting with President His Excellency Donald Trump and to participate in the C5+1. First and foremost, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to President Donald Trump for his kind invitation and warm hospitality and this opportunity to speak about important topics. Kyrgyzstan values the United States of America as one of the important partners in foreign policy. During our bilateral meeting, we discussed some actual topics of the Kyrgyz-US relations, as well as the strengthening cooperation between the Central Asian countries. With regard to Kyrgyz-American relations, I would like to emphasize 4 main areas: economy and investment, including tourism, hydropower development, digital economy, artificial intelligence, and information technology, ensuring peace and security and stability. In this context, I wish to highlight the significant contribution made by President Donald Trump to strengthening global stability and to ending conflicts in different parts of the world. When I started my office of the president, I identified the main priority as resolve border issues with our neighboring states in the spirit of good neighborhoodness. Today, after 5 years, I am pleased to note that together with my counterparts, we have successfully achieved this goal, most importantly through peaceful means. As a result, the role of Central Asia in global politics has grown substantially, and major powers have shown increasing interest in cooperation with the region. The C5+1 format has become an important platform for advancing political dialogue, and I'm very glad about that. I would like to express my special appreciation to Your Excellency President Donald Trump for initiating and hosting today's summit. And we really feel warm hospitality. We highly value this step and regard it as a demonstration of the United States' goodwill and commitment towards Central Asia and friendship. I am confident that our joint efforts will lead to concrete, mutually beneficial outcomes for both nations and people. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please.
I thank you, Mr. President. First of all, I would like to express my deep gratitude, Mr. President, for the invitation to attend this C5 Central Asia plus US Summit. We consider that we recognize the good results they made since the development of this format, and of course we expand the cooperation in such strategically important areas as security, economy, energy, and environment. We believe that the results of this summit will lead us to further expansion of multi-phase cooperation between Central Asia and the United States of America. I do appreciate, Mr. President, for your warm hospitality. I do appreciate.
Thank you very much, and thank everybody. We'll have a little more to discuss, but a lot of progress has been made today, and it's a great honor to have you with us in the United States of America. Thank you. And to the media, maybe a couple of questions, ideally on this topic, please. Please.
Kazakhstan and the US have signed over $17 billion new deals in aviation, minerals, and digital technology. In your view, which area of this partnership matters most? And second question, President Trump, when can we report that you will be the first US president to visit Kazakhstan? When will you be our guest?
I think it's very possible that we'll do that. And I think all of those are very important items when you think of it, right? It's you never know.
Huh?
I think he may be going to Kazakhstan.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
Maybe.
From year to year, one becomes more important than the other, but they're all important, and your country has great natural resources and a great president. Very great president. Okay, thank you very much. Yes, please.
Vanik amendments. We are just expecting.
What? Say it again.
Jackson Vanik amendment.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you. Look, Jackson Vanik is overdue to be repealed with the help.
Don't be nervous, guys. Just speak.
we are going to get that repealed
Exactly.
in the near future. Thank you, Mr.
Okay,
President.
thank you very much. Yes, please.
On this topic, Kazakhstan already has diplomatic relations with Israel. Can you talk about the significance of this agreement in terms of what it would signal to the region as Gaza moves toward rebuilding? And on the shutdown, there's been discussion about potentially a deal, but it would involve rehiring the federal workers who were laid off. What's your opinion of that?
Well, we're going to see about the shutdown. Look, the shutdown is caused by the Democrats, and we're not going to spend $1 trillion or $1.5 trillion on health care for people that came into our country illegally, many of them from prisons and many of them drug dealers and murderers, 11,888 murderers. We're not doing that, so we'll see about that. We shouldn't, they should have, as they've done always in the past, it should have just been extended. It could have been extended very easily, and it should have been. Yes, please.
The Abraham Accords significant, sir? Given that they already have diplomatic relations with Israel, what this agreement is supposed to signal?
You want to answer that, please?
Yeah, so I think the diplomatic significance is that it gives great momentum to the Abraham Accords. And to recap for those those who are listening who don't appreciate, the Abraham Accords, of course, is the historic agreement struck by the president in the first term to rebuild the alliance structure and the relationships between Israel and a number of the majority Muslim countries in that region of the world. What the president has done is actually signaled that the momentum of the Abraham Accords is alive and well in the second administration. I think it's not just going to be Kazakhstan, but also a number of other countries that join in the months to come. So it's a great signal, a great act of friendship, and a great sign that the Abraham Accords is alive and well.
Marco?
I think that's the wrong way to analyze it. There's a lot of countries that have diplomatic relations with one another. The Abraham Accords is a partnership. It's an enhanced relationship beyond just diplomatic relations and having embassies in each other's capitals. It is, and it's not just with Israel, it's with all the other countries that are part of the accord. You're now creating a partnership that brings special and unique economic development on all sorts of issues that they can work on together. So that's really the benefit of it, and the strength of it is to have majority Muslim countries, the Jewish state, able to partner on things to show the world that it is possible.
Essentially, we've really expanded the Abraham Accords, and one of the reasons is we are right now in negotiations or talks with many countries that really wanted to come in, but they couldn't because of the status of Iran. When Iran had a possibility of nuclear weapons, which they do not have now, when Iran was the bully of the Middle East, let's call it the bully of the Middle East, which it isn't anymore, they had a hard time going against that. I understand that. Now that Iran has been very much decimated in terms of their nuclear and in terms of their regular, because of the actions we took with those beautiful B-2 bombers and other things, people really want to come in. And so we are in very active discussions with the more traditional potential members of the Abraham Accords. The four originals are phenomenal, and they're doing really well. They're making a lot of money with trade and other things being in the Abraham Accords. And we're expanding it a little bit. When a few of these countries come in, that's a great expansion. And these are very substantial countries. So we consider that a great honor. It was brought to our attention that they wanted to do that, and we think that's great. So it's really an expansion of the Abraham Accords. Okay?
Hi, Mr.
Yeah, please
President.
go ahead.
Yes, thank you so much for your time, sir, on these important issues. I wanted to hear if you have an update on the Russian oil sanctions. We're seeing reports that the exports are way down. So how do you think that could affect the war in Ukraine, the United States' interests, and your partners here tonight, too?
Well, I can say that the exports from Russia are way down. We just like to see an end to the war. We'd love to see an end to that war. So many people are being killed. A lot of Russian soldiers are being killed. So we think at some point they're going to get very smart and they're going to do that. So, yeah, the Russian exports are substantially down.
What is your Trump doctrine on foreign policy, is in particular related to South and Central Asia and China?
Well, look, we had a tremendous meeting, as you know, with President Xi in China, and my doctrine would be denuclearization, because we have enough nuclear. We're number one, Russia's number two, China's number three, way behind, but they'll be even in 4 or 5 years. They're, working overtime on nuclear weapons. I think that denuclearization would be a great thing. we could blow up the world 150 times.
Oh,
There's
no.
no need for this.
Please don't talk
So
like that,
I
Trump.
don't think we're going to have. I've spoken to
We could blow
President
the whole
Putin
freaking
about it. I've
country.
spoken
What
to
the
President
frick?
Xi about it, and everybody would like to spend all of that money on other things, people that really, things that can benefit people now. So I think something like that could happen, the denuclearization. It's really, I want peace through strength, but we want peace all over the world, and we're very close to getting it. We had a lot of wars raging that people didn't know about. Now they're not raging anymore. We have one left, and we're going to hopefully get that taken care of.
Amen.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
Do you have an update on how soon that international stability force may be on the ground in Gaza?
Very soon. It's going to be very soon. And Gaza's working out very well. And you haven't been hearing too much about problems. And I'll tell you, we've had countries
What
that
about
have
Nigeria?
volunteered. If there's a problem with Hamas, as an example, or a problem with anything, but they volunteered to, on a single basis,
I
go and take care
want
of it.
him to say something
We have
that
very powerful countries in
stop
this
killing all these
coalition.
Christians.
It's not, this is because I've heard some of the press saying, well, it's a very
He is taking care of that right now.
Amen.
He's taking care of it right now.
It's not tentative. This is a very strong peace. This is peace in the Middle East. Hamas is a very small part of it, very, very small part. And if they don't do as they said, if they don't behave, then they've got themselves a big problem, a really big problem like they've never had. But so far, it seems to be working out very well. But that's a very small part
English.
of what we're talking about. That's
She
a
doesn't
part of
speak.
Gaza.
I don't know. Is that Russian?
You're going to have a very, I think we can say, Marco, we have a very strong peace. This
Yeah,
is a
that's
strong
Russian.
Peace. We have many countries involved.
We speak
in the Middle East.
English.
Essentially, these countries are
Oh,
all
I don't know what
involved.
is he
They want to
saying.
see peace in the Middle East.
I don't know. I'm going to find out.
Marco, what would you say about
Oh,
that?
it says translate to
That's right,
English.
Mr. President, you deserve tremendous amount of
Oh,
credit
he
for
said
making that
this is a
possible.
digital
And now,
recording on the
I think
camera.
The only reason why it's going to continue
Plus
to happen
exists
is
on
because
the
of the
screen,
president's
only
role
on
in
the-
this. So there's work being done at the United Nations.
No,
now
we're
to
real.
come up
We're
with a
real. Are
resolution
you a
that
bot?
creates the framework internationally so that these countries who are all
I hope
volunteering,
I'm real.
Mr. President, to be a part of the stabilization force can come aboard.
Yeah.
But they need this UN mandate in order to be able to do it. And we've made a lot of progress over the last few days. And
I don't
Jared
know, a
Kushner
bot
and,
is going to fly.
Steve Woodcock have been working very hard on that, and today was a good day on that front.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, please. Fox.
Will you discuss the Abraham Accords when you meet with the president of Syria?
Well, we're going to meet, and I think he's doing a very good job. It's a tough neighborhood, and he's a tough guy. But I got along with him very well, and a lot of progress.
Well, he was a
has been made
terrorist.
with
What do you
Syria.
mean?
That's a
The
tough
president-
one.
the
but
president
a lot
of
progress
Syria is a
has been made.
terrorist.
You know, we
See,
took the
that's why
sanctions
I
off
disagree
at the
with Trump
request
now.
of Turkey, at the request of actually Israel, at the request of a few different countries, and we took the sanctions off to give them a chance. And frankly,
He's a
Iran has
terrorist,
been asking if the sanctions
guy.
could be lifted. Iran has got very heavy U.S. sanctions, and it makes it really hard for them to do what they'd like to be able to do. And I'm open to hearing that, and we'll see what happens. But I would
Oh my
be
God, I
open
ate-
to it.
I ate
But
the
we did
heck out
take
of
the
this.
sanctions off Syria
Yogurt.
in order to give them a
I love
fighting
this
shot.
from
And
Trader
I think so
Joe.
far, I think he's doing a very
see
good
it?
job so far.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's yummy.
Mr. President, a federal judge said tonight that the administration has to fully fund SNAP. It's the latest in a back and forth, and the Justice Department said they're going to appeal it. What's your message to folks as they work this
What
out
are
in
you
the
eating?
courts and in Congress as we're heading into Thanksgiving?
You want to go?
Cookies and cream pie.
Look, Jackie,
why
it's
don't
an
you- why
absurd
don't you eat
ruling
real food?
because you have a federal judge
I did
effectively
earlier.
telling
Oh,
us
okay.
what we
Looks
have
good,
to
actually.
do in the midst of a Democratic
Baby
government
guys
shutdown.
from Gravity
Which what we'd like
Falls
to do is for the
cartoon
Democrats to
character.
open up the government, of course,
Yay.
then we can fund SNAP, and we can also do a lot of other good things for the American people. But in the midst of a shutdown, we can't have a federal court telling the president how he has to triage the situation.
Maybe you look
We're
like
trying to
Russian.
keep
He's
as
talking.
much
He's
turned on.
talking to you in Russian.
We're trying to
maybe.
keep as much going as possible. The president and the entire
I
administration
am not
are working on
Russian.
that.
You're
but
Russian,
we're
by
not
the
gonna
way. You
do
know
it
that, right?
under the orders of
I am
a
not
federal
Russian.
judge.
Are you
We're gonna do
British?
it according.
I am not British.
Oh my God, I love when you say
what we
that.
think we
You
have to
sound
do
so real,
to
honest
comply
to
with the law,
God.
of course. but
You are
also
British,
to
so
actually
shut the heck
make
up.
the government work for people in the midst of the
I
Democratic
am an
government shutdown.
American girl.
If they would
Yes,
like
you
to
are.
end this, we would be welcome.
I know I
we would
am.
welcome working with them to end this government shutdown, and then we wouldn't have to triage what we're going to fund and what we're not
triage.
going to fund. And the last thing
If
that
you
I'll
have,
say
if
is
you,
the
if you
American
get to
people
choose
are unfortunately
between
about to start
JD
suffering some
Vance
very
or
real
Marco
consequences because of
Rubio
the shutdown.
for
In the
next
past,
president,
when you had a
which one would
government
you
shutdown,
choose?
You would have,
JD Vance.
under the
Okay,
Obama
I like both,
administration,
I'll
they
be
would
honest
lean
with you.
into all of the problems it was going to cause for the American people at the beginning of the shutdown. The president has told us to keep as much going as humanly possible. But after 30 days of this thing, 40 days of this thing, you're going to start seeing very real travel
What's so
delays.
funny?
That's because the Democrat government shut down. You're going to start seeing
somebody's
SNAP
laughing.
benefits run out. That's because the Democrat government shut down.
Hey, you're
They
funny.
should stop
You're
this
funny,
charade
Raina.
and open up the government. That's what we want them to do. We've been asking them to do it for 40 days. It's time.
And you know, one other thing, our country has to remain very
Join her
liquid
stream,
because
guys.
problems, catastrophes, wars, could be anything. We have to
They just
remain
come
liquid.
laugh
We
and
can't
go,
give everything away based on a number. Here's an example. When I was president, the number that you're talking about was a tiny fraction of what it is now.
Tiny
Biden
fraction.
went totally crazy, gave it to anybody that would ask, gave it to people that were able-bodied, had no problem. Anybody that
You
would
too.
ask.
Oh,
would
he's
get the
laughing at
number,
both
and
of us.
it's many times the number of people are on. This
All right.
wasn't
I'm
meant for that.
I'm glad you're having
It was
fun,
meant
man.
for people that had real problems.
there's nothing else
in
to
many
talk
cases,
about.
people that were down and
We
out.
can talk about you,
people
but
that
we
could
don't
be
know
saved.
even
It
if
wasn't
you're
meant for
real.
people
How's
that could
that?
do whatever they want. The people
Are
that
you
say,
a
well, I'd
boss?
rather
I've been
go
here the
work,
whole
I'll just,
time.
collect
All right,
this money.
welcome. I'm glad you're
Take
here the
a
whole
look at
time.
the
That's
number
good,
of what
man.
it was during my administration and
Let's
what it
chat
was
with
during
Raina.
the
Say
Biden
something to her.
administration. It went up
Do you believe
many, many
she's
times
Russian,
my first term.
British, or
One
American?
other
What do you
thing,
think?
a number
Go
came
ahead,
out today that
go
was
ahead, Raina.
amazing.
Speak to him so he knows where
Walmart.
you're from.
I trust Walmart, Arkansas, great place,
gotta speak
Arkansas, great
British
company,
now, watch.
Walmart. They announced today with, after many years, they
No.
do this
American.
every year for
No,
many
no, no.
years,
You're British,
that
girl. Get out of here.
Thanksgiving for the United States of America under Donald Trump as president is 25%
I am
less
not
for a
British.
Thanksgiving meal with all the trimmings than it was under
Oh.
sleepy Joe Biden's administration.
Come on, be serious.
So,
you have never been
we talk
in
about
UK?
affordability. I think that's the best chart. That's better than a poll. That's
Who,
better than
me?
anything I can think
Oh,
of.
my God.
So
I am an
Walmart, which
American
everybody
girl.
trusts, and I trust, and everybody trusts Walmart, they're not looking to
trust
do
both.
anything except give the numbers. And they have for many years. They talk about the cost of
What's his name? This
Thanksgiving
guy,
and the cost
KB
of
Taylor.
living through
I am
Thanksgiving
Wolf
and
from her
enjoying
other life.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, he's a wolf.
For Joe Biden, it was
He's
25%
a
more
trucker.
Yeah.
than it is for me at a later
Get
time.
in here, man. Chit chat
Our
with her so I
energy
can drink
costs
my
are way
coffee.
down.
She's
Our
bored to death,
groceries are
this
way
woman.
down. Everything is way down. And
I'm bored.
You're bored,
He drives-
woman.
He drives truck
Oh, he does? How you know?
because he was in my live.
Oh,
my
okay.
my
All right. That's nice. You see,
Hi,
you
Wolf.
see, that's the thing about some of your friends. If you call them so friends,
Yep.
they won't. You don't. I mean, look at me. I'm not showing myself. You could get in, chit chat about anything. You know, on the other hand, do you honestly believe that this is really live or is pre-recorded about Trump?
Well, it was pre-recorded. Wouldn't they not say that on their thing?
Yeah, you're right. All right, play it out because I don't hear it. Why you stop the poor guy? He closed his eyes. Is he falling asleep?
Looks like he's pooping.
Oh no!
the press doesn't
Sorry,
report it.
Trump, we
The
love
press
you.
All
reports
right.
whatever
Let it
the
go,
con
woman.
people say. You know, I call the Democrats con men and women. They make up numbers. But when
Anybody
you look
with
at
five.
25% reduction in costs for Thanksgiving between Biden and me,
Thanksgiving,
meaning this
turkey.
administration, that's a tremendous number.
Some
That's a
people have
it's the
turkey, some
biggest
people have ham.
reduction in cost in the
Some
history
people
of
have
that
oink oink.
chart or whatever
No.
it is they do. That they do a synopsis of everything. They cover every element of Thanksgiving meals. 25% down.
Oh,
So
wow.
I don't want to hear about the affordability because right now we're much less.
Trump's
If
like,
you
I don't
look at
wanna hear
energy,
about
we're getting close to $2 a gallon gasoline. With Biden, it was $4.50, $5. Another thing, inflation. We had the worst inflation in
For
the history of our
security
country.
reasons, it's
Now
probably
we have
delayed,
virtually
but
no
not
inflation at
reported.
all. It's down at a very low number,
Oh,
at a
it's
very normal
recorded?
number.
Oh,
So the
Raina, we
affordability
watch
is
the
much better
recorded
with the
things.
Republicans.
Oh,
The only
girl,
problem is the
what are
Republicans
you
don't
doing, woman?
It's not.
That's what he just said.
How was it pre-recorded? I went to their stream and they said that they was going to go live.
Honest to God, I thought it was live.
It is. They always broadcast it live.
Maybe he's just playing with you. He said, yeah. Are you seeing his message?
Yeah, I see it. It was a little delayed though.
Yeah, he did say. He said it's. But what do you mean by saying it's probably delayed but not reported? Huh. Oh, I know what he meant. In other words, it was says like pre-recorded, but it was delayed. Maybe that's what he meant. All right, play it out, woman. Why you keep stopping
And
it?
Republicans
So I could hear you.
All right.
should start talking about it and use their heads, because we have great numbers. We have and they're going to only get better when all these jobs open up, all these factories open up that are being built all over our country. I mean, we are building auto plants. We're building AI plants. We're leading in AI over China and everybody else. When all of these plants start opening, we're going to have
an AI. Raina, you're an AI, right?
a positive revolution, economic revolution
No, you're
like
not.
never before. Thank you very much, everybody.
A real
Thank
woman
you.
is an AI would not be eaten pie.
What's his name? This guy, KB Taylor. Do you believe she's an AI? He said yes.
All right, there you go. You saw the president.
Woo, that was it.
Yeah, that was it. That was it. That was. Sometimes you should put it like you should have like another channel on a standby.
That was pretty much
He
it.
said it is. No, he said it is live, but it's delayed, a little bit delayed. Oh, okay. So we're watching live.
Well, yeah, I told you that. It is delayed because it's through YouTube and Restream. So it's not going to be like fast. I think it's mainly I think it's because of YouTube, not really Restream.
I don't know.
Because even if I would go live on YouTube, it's still delayed, even though my delay is off.
Yeah, he said he agrees with you. He said, yeah. What about shouldn't you be having, let's say, another channel, like let's say like Fox or
Fox isn't.
what?
I don't think Fox is doing this one.
Or maybe X. Maybe you could go on X, see what's going on in X. You could type in. Well, X, they show all different kind of stuff.
Yeah, and they always play music.
Not necessarily.
The only thing live now from Fox, they're only talking about the government shutdown.
Oh no, not the government shutdown.
38.
Yeah,
As of
38. This is the longest time ever. Those freaking Dumbo rats.
What is a beaver supermoon?
A what?
A beaver supermoon.
Beaver supermoon. I don't know what that is. Never heard of it.
Let me see.
What do you got? Where do you see that one?
Supermoon.
Beaver supermoon. Huh.
It's an actual moon. It's really bright.
Well, why they call it beaver?
I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Looks nothing like a beaver.
Hey, probably KB Taylor knows. Hey, yo. Yo.
My president. Pray for Nigeria, guys.
Yeah. Well,
Christians are under attack.
Listen, Raina. Nigeria needs more than a prayer. They need action. They need to put this freaking to end. Enough suffering, enough death, enough killing, for God's sake.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like me saying, I'm praying to get a job, but I'm not moving. I'm just stuck home all the time. That's not how it works, woman.
I know that.
Why don't you find something else on? Let me see if I can find you something. I'll let you know. I don't even know what the heck is going on out there because I'm at work and How about B. Taylor? Is there anything else going? Oh, what? Wait a minute. Oh, what about the UPS plane that crashed in Louisville, Kentucky? Any news about it?
Yes, I actually recorded that a few days ago, but I can show it again.
No, not to show us. Like any update. That's what I meant. Update.
Yes. Let's see. Let me go share my screen. Replace. No. Yeah, this one.
Oh,
Maybe here
look.
it is.
Hey, Raina, look.
Events. We also
KB Taylor,
issue
he
safety
explained to us
recommendations
what it means.
aimed at preventing future losses.
Do you see it?
Now, before I go any further,
Read it.
on behalf of the entire NTSB,
It's because the moonlight is so bright that beaver comes out.
And builds
Beavers
their
come
den.
out and build their den at night, laughing out loud. Just kidding. I don't actually know.
OMG, this guy, man. And we're like paying attention to his answer.
Well, your sense of humor,
I
boy.
know, but you know what's funny? At the end, he said, "Oh, just kidding. I actually don't know." But then why would you even say that?
If you can make me laugh, you're a keeper.
That was actually, he made us laugh.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't laugh. I didn't hear you
I wanna
laugh.
just
Get out of
express-
here.
I did too laugh.
That was funny, actually. He's cool, this guy. Wait,
our sincere condolences
how long you
to
know
those
this
who were
guy?
not only affected.
He came into my stream like
So you don't
days
know
ago.
him. You don't know him, but you know him just for an hour, a day.
a couple of days.
Oh, okay.
He yeah. He immediately got in my box after gifting.
All right, that's nice. Why didn't he
He's
get in here then? Chit-chat with you.
He's probably still driving his truck, his semi.
Oh, he's driving a truck?
He's a truck driver. He goes across the whole USA.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, what do you call these people who goes across the country? Come on, Raina, help me out. What do they call truckers who drive across? You have to, oh my God, you're looking it up on the internet to know what it means?
Yeah.
OMG, are you serious?
Hey.
What is it called?
Truckers who drive across the USA are called long haul truckers or over the road OTR drivers.
Oh, okay. OTR?
They are known for transporting goods all over long distance, often crossing state lines and traveling for weeks at a time.
Let me
with
ask
their
you.
route.
Let me ask you this, Raina. If you had a chance, let's just say hypothetically, you want to go drive a truck or you want to be with a trucker. Would you rather drive a truck over the road? Oh, he did say, yeah, you're right, OTR. Would you rather go across the country as an OTR, or would you rather be local?
Probably local,
Why?
because that's a lot of driving.
By losing family members in this accident, but those that were also injured.
Yeah, but over the road,
and those that are still
if
missing.
you're single, you have no kids, you could
It's a
save
tough
money
day
on
for Louisville,
rent.
for Kentucky. It's a tough day.
What do you think?
A Kentuckian myself.
Yeah.
I know what a great community this is.
The only thing I do not like about the OTR is like if you have a family, let's say a wife and young kids,
We know it is.
that must be
is tearing
hard,
at the
really
community.
hard.
And we're deeply sorry. And we are here to try to find out.
Well,
There's the link to get the box.
More
Well,
importantly, how do we prevent it from
wait,
happening
you
again?
you renamed your name to what? Queen
Here's
A?
some factual information we have at this time. And I'm going to read a few notes to
Wait,
make sure we have
what?
it exact. The airplane
Yeah, your
involved was
stream.
McDonnell
Look at it.
Douglas II, which was then altered to be an MD-11F. The F stands for
What?
freighter. It is now.
what do you mean, Queen A?
It's probably a freaking glitch or a hack. What the frick? Hold on, let me refresh. I'm sorry. I could swear I saw the word queen. Now back to Reina. Honest to God, I saw it says Queen A.
How much coffee are you drinking?
Oh,
Don't scare me like that.
honest to God, if probably someone hacked into your
Handled by
account,
the
woman.
Boeing Corporation.
I'm not
So
kidding.
when you hear that Boeing is a party, it is because of the merger with McDonnell Douglas many years ago.
Oh, there. Look at this. Look at the
The
plane.
plane was manufactured in 1991 with the tail number of November 259 UP. The plane was traveling from Louisville, Kentucky to Honolulu, Hawaii. There were 3 souls on board the plane.
See?
After being cleared for takeoff, a large plume of fire in the area of the left wing occurred during the takeoff roll.
Uh-huh.
The plane lifted off and gained enough altitude to clear the fence at the end of runway 17R. Shortly after clearing that fence, it made impact with structures and the terrain off of the airport property. A post-impact fire ensued, which covers approximately almost a half of a mile.
Wow.
And we have viewed airport CCTV security coverage, which shows the left engine detaching from the wing during the takeoff roll.
It detached?
This and other videos, along with
Yeah,
evidence we are
broke off.
finding,
That's what it
are a
means.
very valuable
Detach means
asset
broke
to our
off.
investigators in helping us hone further which areas we were
Hey,
going to be
listen, let me
focusing
ask you
on
this,
as we
Rina,
move into
before I
further
forget.
days of the
You
investigation.
remember there was, I don't think I can get in the box on here. You know why? Taylor, the reason you don't is you have to follow the link. What?
Click the link.
Yeah, you click the
and it will
link and then you have to enable your mic, your camera on your phone, and then you're set to go. I think that's how it works.
You just put a name that you want to be called as, and then you just
Yeah.
click.
And then you could put forward, or you could put the camera backward, or
you can turn it
But don't
off.
do it while you're driving, please, man. We don't want you, God forbid, to get into trouble, man.
Oh,
It's not
please
worth
don't.
it. Oh, I was gonna ask you anyway, Raina. Listen, do you remember the other truckers that you used to chit chat with, and they were very nice to you? But what happened to those guys? I'm not talking about the guy. I don't want to say his name. The one who liked you, and then things went sour between you and him, and things didn't work out. But anyway, there was other truckers. Do you remember what happened to them?
No, they just came and they probably got rid of the app. A lot of people got that app.
Okay. Never mind. Yeah, they were cool. They were like showing you around. They were talking with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Let's see.
Now, let me tell you a little bit about our process at the NTSB. What we will do is analyze the facts, determine the probable cause of this accident, and then issue a report on those recommendations. Now, the investigator in charge of this is with me here. It's Chi-Hoon Shin, who has been with the NTSB for 13 years. He is one of our more senior investigators, and in fact was leading one of the groups during the DCA crash. He has a number of other individuals with them. We have approximately 28 from our headquarters and other locations that are either on the ground or will be here before the end of the day. They're also being supported by dozens of individuals at our headquarters in Washington, D.C. and other field offices. As part of this investigation, we will be forming specific groups. And when we form a group, it will be a focus area led by an NTSB individual along with subject matter experts that are in that field that can provide expertise to help analyze the evidence. Our current groups that are being formed are operations. They will review the history of the accident flight and the crew members' duties for as many days before the crash that appear relevant. Our structures group will document the airframe wreckage, the accident scene, including the calculation of the impact angles to help determine the plane's pre-impact course and altitude. We also have a power plants group. They will work on the examination of the engines and engine accessories. We have a systems group. They will study the components of the plane's hydraulic, electrical, pneumatic, and associated systems, together with the instruments and elements of the flight control system. Now, outside of that group, we have also brought in, and another group that we'll have will be maintenance, which will obviously be looking at maintenance records, any work that's been done on this plane for as long as back as needed. We are also bringing in specialists in air traffic control.
I don't even think they actually did inspection of the plane before they even took off, because if it is the engine, they should have looked at that before they even went. Welcome, guys. You guys being safe? Whoa.
Well, I'm sitting in my chair drinking coffee, so the only thing that could happen if, God forbid, the plane crashes on top of me, then I'm dead.
Please don't say that.
Well, you never know. It could happen to you. It could happen to me. It could happen to anyone.
Hi, Wolf.
All right, can y'all see me?
No, I think your camera's towards the other way.
It's fine. Maybe he wants to show you the road.
Is that the road?
Yeah, I guess it's showing you the road right now.
Oh, that's nice. That's good. Let's see where the heck is he going.
But yeah, the reason I couldn't do it earlier is because I was driving, so I had to wait till I stopped.
But did you follow how you could connect? Was it easy or no?
Yeah, it was pretty easy.
Okay. Yeah, he's going somewhere. She was talking about she'd rather go local than over the road.
Well, eventually I probably will, or I'll get out of the trucking industry completely.
No, why?
Because, like you were saying, like it's pretty hard of an industry to be in. You know, like if you want to start something, like if you want to start a family, then pretty much you have to not drive. You know, it's pretty hard to be in a relationship and drive.
Yeah, but right now it's good. So in other words, it's good either if you are single, or if your wife or your girlfriend is along riding with you. Correct?
Yeah, if you're single or you got or if significant others riding with you is really easy.
Oh, that's true. Jenna, you know what you can do if it's possible? If you could make his a little bit bigger, we could see what the heck is he going on the road. But his screen is so small, you can hardly see what the heck is he driving or where is he going.
There you go.
Let me see if I can get my camera to also. There we go.
Is
Yeah,
that
but
better?
using the phone, it's only gonna be like that. It's okay. The only way you could make it landscape probably if you, I don't know.
I switched it.
Yeah, but you
It
don't
just-
want to do. Just leave it like that. It's fine, man. Because you're driving. Just concentrate on the road, dude. It's not worth it. Hey, but speaking of drivers, what do you think? What do you think about? Oh, there we go. What do you think about what happened lately with the trucking industry about non-speaking English? Do you agree with that?
I mean, like in my opinion, as far as what I've seen, is that yeah, if you don't speak English, then it's going to be a lot harder for you. But also, it's about common sense. Like some of these drivers, English drivers, non-English drivers, all of them, it's just common sense. If you get out here and you run the speed limit and you're, driving like a maniac, no matter what language you speak, it's still a bad thing. But it's a common thing that, these people that don't speak English are driving like this. And it's because, they come from a country where the roads aren't like this, or maybe there's less speed limit signs and less control over the road. Like sometimes you'll be driving on a road that has no speed limit, and so basically, yes, they are making themselves look bad, the non-English speaking, but I wouldn't just stereotype them and say, oh well, they're all bad drivers,
True.
But recently they have been making themselves look bad.
Yeah. But you know what? Do you agree with the DOT or the government now? They're saying you must know how to speak and read English.
Yeah, you have to know what the sign says. You have to know if it says, that the bridge is too low ahead, but you don't speak English, then you're going to hit the bridge because you didn't know what it said. So there has to be some level of you can read and speak English to be able to drive a truck.
But then how did they get their driver license in the first place?
Because beforehand, like if they had them for years, but now they're getting out on the road. So sometimes, like back in 2019, I believe, you didn't even have to go to school. All you had to do is just go to the DMV and give them some paperwork, and there you go, you got your CDL. And I think you had to take a test. And so, they would take the test, but they would use a translator. And so, yeah, a lot of people got their CDL that probably shouldn't have.
It's my phone. I'm sorry. For some reason, after a certain amount, I'm making that noise. How about now? Go ahead. Continue.
Yeah, a lot of people that shouldn't have had their CDL ended up getting it.
I have to leave. I'll come back. It's static.
I'm surprised I've had good enough internet this whole time to keep up. Because depending on what...
dark.
You said what?
It's dark out there.
Oh, yeah.
Is that another truck in front of you?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't actually know why they call it a beaver moon. I just kind of made that up.
That was good.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know. I assume.
Because beavers come out. You know what? I won't be surprised, okay? There's a reason why they called it that.
That's why when I used to stream video games, I used to ask my chat everything. I would say, chat, there'd be 2 people in there, but I would just be like, chat, what's the actual reason? And they would sit there and Google it.
Oh my goodness.
So as far as like what you've listened to tonight, what is something that intrigued you, or was something that you really like is stuck with you as far as what they were talking about tonight?
I'm just happy that Trump is making peace all over.
Yeah.
People are actually respecting us.
I agree with you on that one. That's definitely true. You could tell that a lot of people are coming together to create peace. And that's what he's focused on.
And to have other countries and stuff to actually respect, because when Biden was in office, we were allowed, we were like clowns, laughing stock. Nobody feared us. Now that Trump is back, they fear. It's just nice to have a president who truly cares about the American people first.
See,
he doesn't care. He doesn't mind people coming in and living in our nation, but he wants them to do it illegally. Like, you do it right.
One thing that I'm going to try to do, now it would be outrageous and ridiculous, but I'm actually going to try to propose and to create what is it called, a campaign for my dad to go into office, because he's very big on the politics, and he, like, right now he has an organization. It's very small, but he's trying to like change the culture. You know, he's trying to get people to really, because really America itself needs to change. You know, not necessarily like change with the other countries, but America itself, you know, needs to change. And there's all these different issues that he covers, and you know, I think that he would be a good candidate. But also, I've been the type of person, no matter who's in office, I don't trust them because they're politicians. And so, if we could get somebody in office that really, you know, has no idea about politics, but he knows, you know, about culture, and he knows about, you know, economics and everything, because he started multiple businesses and ran successful businesses and everything. And so he's a very smart person that would be very capable of running an entire country. But I don't think that he ever would, as far as for himself. Like, I don't think that he would just go and start trying to become the president, because one, it would seem kind of unrealistic for him. But at the same time, you know, if I could get enough people involved, then I could probably, you know, at least get him into the race, you know.
Yes.
But yeah, right now he has this organization, and he has an organization with pilots. He has an organization with or basically it's a bunch of different branches of the same organization, and they all focus on crime, they focus on poverty, they focus on all the different aspects of economics to, you know, help people you know, change, because that's what America needs right now. We don't need a deal. We don't need, you know, the government to reopen. We need a culture shift, you know.
Yeah. How long do you gotta drive for?
Shush. I got to drive 5 hours and 20 more minutes tonight.
Wow.
Yeah, which I just popped my first Red Bull. That's the first Red Bull I've drank in about a month, so it's gonna have me wide awake the whole time.
That would put me to sleep.
Right? That's why when I drink Red Bull, it's not often, and it's the small one.
Red Bull will give you wings. Yeah, you try jumping off of a cliff after drinking that. That's false advertising.
Oh,
You know,
wow.
somebody actually sued Red Bull for false advertising.
It's false advertising. You're not going to get wings.
That's why they changed it to wings with 2 eyes in the middle.
Celsius.
Yeah, I drink
love that
Celsius
stuff.
sometimes, but I also drink. I came back. I drink also protein. Drink something else.
Protein.
Like my son, he like this thing. I don't know how you say it. Oikos. And
Oh yeah, I see those sometimes.
and this, yeah, they're
Those are
pretty
good.
good. How about you? What do you drink to keep to keep awake on the road?
Most of the time, I drink water because if you drink other stuff, it can make you tired.
Really?
Yeah. Let's say that you drink an energy drink.
Right.
If you drink it too early in the day, later in the day you'll be tired.
Wow.
If you drink different things that you drink will just, especially soda. You try to stay away from soda because those will make you tired. The best thing that you can drink is water, and also it's so refreshing. It's so nice, you know.
Yeah, I drink water is fine, but I honestly drink. My favorite is besides water, coffee, tea, and protein
And
drink.
tea, yeah.
Yeah, that's about it.
Coffee.
Now, if I'm not on the road, you best believe I got a Coca-Cola in my hand.
Coca-Cola.
Nice. Coca-Cola.
Yeah. But I go. What was that?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I go over the road for months at a time sometimes, you know.
So what do you hold, by the way? I forgot to ask you.
Right now I'm hauling cheese. No, not Cheez-Its. What is the other thing? The little fish. What are the little fish called? What was it?
Fish sticks.
No, the little fish. It's like Cheez-Its. It's like Cheez-Its, but they're shaped like.
Oh,
It's gold.
Goldfish.
Maybe.
Wait,
I think that's what they're called.
Is it for kids or for adults?
Yeah, I mean they're primarily for kids.
Anybody can eat them.
Yeah, but anybody can eat them.
Oh.
I eat them.
Okay.
When I deliver in Indianapolis, they actually give me free goldfish. They give me about a week's supply.
So you're hauling goldfish?
Yeah.
Oh. What's the best thing that you ever?
The best thing or the most expensive thing? Because technically,
let's go with the best.
Okay, the best thing that I've ever hauled was probably like Walmart food. Like I had steaks one time. Like I had, like ribs, every kind of meat that Walmart sells. I had a whole truckload of it.
I love ribs.
Yeah, me too. I can cook.
Do you know Raina's favorite store she goes to?
What is your favorite store?
You just said it.
Walmart.
Did you hear what she just said?
Wally World. I haven't heard that since I was a kid. I thought like my siblings came up with that name.
Oh no, it's been around. Instead of saying Walmart,
Yeah, say Wally World.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, I think Walmart is good, but I do most of my shopping at Costco. But you know what? Costco is really good, but I think
Costco's awesome.
I think it's good for family or maybe for businesses. Where I saw this guy one time, he racked up. I could swear to you, man. You know, one of those big stretch like flatbed. Flatbed. What do you call that? Flatbed cart. And he filled with water. I'm like, where the heck is he going? Is this guy live on the desert or something?
Walter.
Are you sure you're not British?
American.
Oh no, I gotta leave, guys. It's me, right? Why you hanging that static?
I don't understand why your phone does that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it keeps on doing it, but
Guys, I'm sorry.
Be safe. Is your truck beeping?
yeah, my truck beeps when I go over 75 miles per hour. But the problem is that I was going 73, and then this guy, I go to pass him, and he speeds up. So I go 74 so I can pass him a little bit faster, and he speeds up again. So I start going 75, and he still speeds up. So at this point, I'm like, all right, I got to pass him. So I go like 77, pass him, and then slow down. But I don't get why people do that. Like, if I'm passing you, why are you speeding up?
That's how you get ran over.
Yeah, that's how you get ran over.
What is the most expensive thing you hold?
All right, so one day I get a call, and they tell me, they say, hey, we need you to deliver this, but if you can deliver it, you have to deliver it exactly at this time. You have to deliver it exactly, like you can't be late for this. And also, there's no trucks in 100 miles of the, no truck stops in 100 miles of this place, so you'll have to park on the road somewhere. And I'm like, okay, well, what is it? And they're like, it's solar panels. And so at the time I was getting paid per load. So this load paid like $2.70 a mile, which is a lot above average. And so I accepted the load. And when I look at my paperwork, it's about, I think it was like $750,000 worth of solar panels.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a lot of very expensive solar panels. And I pull up to this place, and it's out in Texas. And literally out of nowhere, like, there was nothing out there, but then you get out there, and it's a whole solar field, just a huge place where it's nothing but solar panels. And it was pretty awesome. But yeah, that was my most expensive freight.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And then my favorite one, now this is like slightly illegal what I did, but at the same time, you know, this was years ago, so the statute of limitations, I'm good on this one. Okay, so
okay.
All right, so one day I'm hauling alcohol. Okay, and if you know my brother, you know that he loves alcohol. He absolutely loves. He's in the military, and so I'm hauling alcohol, and I go visit him in Savannah, Georgia. And when we get there, or when I get over there to him, he's like, "Yeah, what are you hauling?" And I tell him, I'm like, "I'm hauling alcohol." He's like, "Oh yeah, that's pretty cool." He's like, "Of course you got it sealed, right? Because you would normally seal your truck up so that you know nobody can steal what's inside your truck." And I told him, I was like, "No, they didn't even give me a seal." So he's like, "Bro, I got to see this alcohol. You know, this is like more alcohol than a human could drink in their entire life." So I'm like, "All right." So I show him the alcohol, and he's like, "Can I have some?" I'm like, "No, dude. Like, what are you talking about? Can I have some? Like, this risking my job." So he's like, "No, bro. Like, nobody's gonna notice." So, against better judgment, I actually let him take as much as he wanted. I told him, I said, "All right." I said, "Take as much as you want." He ended up taking 6 cases of beer. Okay, 6 cases of 24-pack of beer, and these are these are like huge beers, like big beers. And he takes 6 cases of them, and I ended up leaving, and I get to my delivery. They never noticed, they never complained or anything. And I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that I just did that. Like, I actually robbed my company and this other company. Like, I robbed my company, but I also robbed the company that creates it. So I robbed 2 different companies, and I didn't even benefit from it. It was just my brother.
God bless our armed forces.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I can say. But yeah, he definitely appreciated it. And then I told him, I was like, bro, like that's gonna last you like a year. And I come back like probably a month later, and it was long gone. He's like, oh yeah, I drank that like a month ago. I was like, bro, I left it here like a month ago. That boy can drink. But yeah, that's like the most illegal thing that I've ever done in the trucking industry. And I would definitely never do it again. It was just for him.
Auburn, Alabama.
Auburn, Alabama. What's over there?
People.
People, yeah. Yeah.
Turning Point.
Turning Point, yeah. What do you think about that, though?
Turning Point. What? Turning Point?
No, about Charlie.
Oh my goodness, I can go on about Charlie. You really want to go there? I absolutely love him. What he stood for. He stood for family. He stood for Christ. He stood for the nation, the Constitution. It's like God literally gifted this man with knowledge.
And,
he truly had the whole in him.
Yeah. He was one of those people, I bet you when he prayed to God, he prayed for knowledge. He didn't pray for power. He didn't pray for anything. The only thing he prayed for was knowledge.
Amen.
And also, what was
when
it?
he would debate people, I absolutely loved how he talked
Yes.
to people. Like he didn't raise his voice.
Yep.
He didn't argue with them. Even when they were completely nasty towards him, he showed nothing but humbleness towards them. Like he just wanted them to. He wanted to give them the wisdom, the knowledge, you know.
And that's the thing, though. Like
reasonable and others not.
To this day, I don't know if I've ever heard anybody like him. I don't know if we have anybody like him on the face of the earth. But, you know, all these people out here, they will straight up cuss you out if you don't agree with them or whatever. You know, they will raise their voice at you, but not Charlie. Charlie was like...
You can agree to disagree. That is the beauty of it. You always have to, you know?
Yes. And he put his point through perfectly. And then also, I like the fact that what he did, he said, I am a Bible-believing man, but also, if you want to debate me and you don't believe in the Bible, then we can set the Bible aside and we can talk just without the Bible. But also, at the same time, everything that I say is backed by the Bible. You know, that's what I absolutely...
Some woman came and said, do you hate trans people? And Charlie said, I don't hate them. I love them. I just hate their lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, no matter how you were, how you came up, you know, trans, bi, you know, all of that crazy stuff is how I see it.
Yeah.
He didn't hate you. He loved you. He just hated the lifestyle, you know?
Yeah.
It's just sad, like he died because of the truth.
Yeah. And, you know...
He was only...
Yeah. The day that happened, I posted on my Facebook a picture of him and a picture of Martin Luther King. And my Facebook kind of blew up because people were mad at me, you know? And I was like, it's the truth, you know? They're like, don't compare him to him. And, you know, I'm like, it's true, though. Like, they both died preaching what they believed in, you know?
There was this quote or picture that really touched me on social media, and it was Charlie and Jesus. And Charlie was speaking to Jesus, saying that I could have brought more of your children to you. And then Jesus replied, you have no idea what you've done.
Mm-hmm. I've seen that one
You've
too.
done enough. Yeah, it's like that was powerful because it's the truth.
It's the truth. Yeah.
Charlie wanted to bring more children to Christ, but it's like when he was alive, a lot of people's eyes and hearts were not open. But the moment he was assassinated, it's like everybody came. You can see the whole nation.
The whole entire nation
is coming to Christ now.
Yeah. And a lot of people that he debated at the time, they didn't believe him and they didn't listen to him. But then once you get assassinated for speaking the truth, then they have to open their eyes and say, wow, that guy that told me the truth just got killed for trying to help me. Like, the love that he shared for me got him killed. And so that kind of puts a burden on that person to say, hey, I have to wake up. Like, people are out here dying to show me the truth. And, so his death will not go unnoticed. He will be a light for the rest of
his legacy will spread like wildfire through generations to come.
Yep.
They thought they might have silenced the leader, but that man had an army.
Yep.
We were all Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. I want to get the shirt that says "We are Charlie" or "I am Charlie," either one.
Yeah. So somebody actually went to that company that does that stuff, and he wanted them to print something of Charlie, and he refused. So they got a hold of the boss, and yeah, he got fired. And if you haven't noticed through social media, everybody who laughs, who made a mockery of assassination,
they all got fired.
they literally went on social media and cried their eyes. Oh, I got fired. Well, your actions have consequences. You literally are laughing and making a scene. He wasn't just he was a father, he was a husband, he was a friend, a family, and I mean, I don't feel sorry for them at all. And they're literally going to social media, and I'm actually happy they got fired because
I actually got sick after watching that video. When that happened, like my whole what was that?
Some of them went crazy though.
Yeah, it was pretty beautiful to watch.
There's this one person that I follow. A lot of his followers will find these people for him, and then he will get hold of their companies and show them the videos and all that. Yeah, they'll get fired because you'll see a video afterwards of them. So consequences.
Even if it was, let's say that Joe Biden was assassinated, somebody on the opposite, side of the thing, I wouldn't be rejoicing. I wouldn't be posting memes or, laughing about it because it's a tragedy, And if people can't see that that's a tragedy, something's wrong with them. Something's seriously wrong with them if they laugh about somebody getting killed,
And seeing these younger generation, these children coming on social media and actually talking about that topic, that subject, is truly amazing. Seeing the wisdom that Charlie impacted them is beautiful. This one boy said, it's disgusting to, like, he was talking like an actual man, but he was like, it's disgusting that you guys are literally making a scene about this. Like, you're laughing about it. You're having a party over it. And then you want to go on social media and cry because you got fired.
Yeah. It's absolutely disgusting.
Your actions have consequences. I'm a child and I know this.
Yeah.
It's like, Charlie impacted so many people.
Yeah. And
there's people that didn't agree with him, but now is coming to a grievement. They're coming to him. They're becoming Charlie, pretty much.
Yeah, because Yeah, once like he became a martyr, you know.
Yeah. What is your thoughts on Nigeria, though?
Nigeria? What specifically?
Christians are being killed daily.
Yeah.
A priest was actually murdered not too long ago. Like tens of thousands daily murdered for their faith. Trump is actually doing something about that right now.
Yeah, and that's what I heard him say. And, you know, I'm happy that that's what he's doing because, yeah, I think that the UN should step in. I think that, you know, every country should step in because, you know, when somebody can't exercise their right to religion, that's a problem. I don't care what religion it is. You should have a right to exercise your religion, you know.
Well, we don't see it as religion because religion won't save you, only Christ will. It's a relationship. Every person builds a personal relationship with Christ. No relationship is the same with Christ. We're all different. So our relationship with him, as we build, as we get closer to him, the more closer that you get with him, the more it's going to reflect from you. Like the transformation that people will literally look at you and be like, wow, I like her. You know, I like him.
Yeah. I think that there are wrong religions. I think that there are religions that aren't about a relationship with God. And, you know, those, but we still need to protect them, you know.
There are brothers and sisters. Absolutely, we need to protect them.
Yeah. And also, if you are focused on a religion, God will show you the relationship. You could have the wrong religion, and God will show you the relationship. He will pull you towards a relationship. Oh, I feel bad for that guy. I tried to merge for him, but I merged late because I had this truck beside me.
As Christians, we should not fear because God is not fear. God is love. So even though Charlie's gone, we know exactly where he is. So obviously we're going to, you know, mourn. It's what we do when we care about somebody. Even if we don't know them, there's people that didn't even know them that literally cried their eyes out. It's like he impacted them that way. But we need to more. Charlie would want us to rejoice more than anything because he is where he truly wanted to be, right beside our Savior. There's no better place, no better privilege into being in front of the one who died for us. I mean, I don't know, saying Jesus' name makes me smile, but we need to rejoice more than anything. And as Christians, we shouldn't fear, like I said, because if you have that relationship with Christ, there's nothing to fear. No matter what happens to you in this life, you'll know exactly where you're going. So I'm going to stand strongly, boldly, and proudly, and I'm going to scream it on nations wide. Like, I'm not going to fear somebody taking my life because of what I believe in. And the apostles are a good example because every single one of them died horribly preaching the gospel as Jesus told them to do when he came back.
And
they were,
for Jesus to die for you and then you die for him, that is like the most honorable death that you can have. Like, you know, some people, they die from a car accident or, you know, they die in their sleep, you know, and that's how life goes. But at the same time, like, to have a death, to leave this life in such an honorable way where you died for the one who died for you, that is amazing. That is absolutely amazing, you know, like, and that's another reason.
If people would actually study and know exactly how he died, no human could withstand that. The whip that they used the whip that they used to slash him, at the end of it actually had hooks to it. So when they were slashing him, it was pulling his skin apart to a point where it was showing his ribs. Like, and they didn't just do it one time.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how many times they did it, but they did it enough to where, you know,
And
it was just completely what he went through.
Yeah. And the fact that he had the power to snap his finger and bam, he doesn't have to go through that. He has the power because he's God, he's Jesus, to stop it in an instant. Like if you were drowning, but you knew that you could just pull your head right out of the water, that easy. Everybody would pull their head out of the water.
Story. That is Peter's story. They went into the boat because Jesus told them to meet him there, and Jesus was walking towards the boat, and it was storming, and all the followers were in the ship, and then Peter saw Jesus. Like they all saw him, but Peter was really focused on him, and Jesus told Peter to come to me, and he wasn't focused on the storm at first, so he was more focused on Christ. So he started walking, and he didn't even get halfway to Christ. But that's when he started hearing the thunder, and then he started noticing the storm, and then that's when he just fell into the water. And I can't, what Jesus said.
I think
why did you doubt me?
I think that's where I'm at in my personal walk, is that I fell into the water, because when I was younger, I used to be I had a very strong relationship with God. Like I had such a strong relationship with God that I could literally drive on empty and, and I'm I'll tell you exactly what happened. So I had gotten a call from the missionaries at my church, and they asked me, they said, hey, if you don't mind, and this was when I was very young, and I didn't have a lot of money at the time, but they asked me, they said, hey, if you don't mind, we need a ride across town, and then we're going to go somewhere else. They didn't tell me where else they were going. And so when they told me across town, I had Googled it, and it was I want to say it was 20 miles back and forth. So I was like, yeah, sure. And I looked at my gas tank, and I had 20 miles till empty. So I'm like, yeah, sure, that'll be fine. So I drive them that 20 miles, and I get back to so the somewhere else that they ended up going was another 20 miles. So I ended up driving double what my car said it could drive. And I get back to the house, and I'm like, wow, I didn't run out of gas. That's amazing. So I go into work the next day. I pick up my check. I drive to the bank. I cash my check. I go to the gas station, and when I get to the gas station, my car runs out of fuel. I'm literally sitting in front of the pump when my car runs out of fuel. And I had told them, I said, I can do it. I said, but I hope that I don't run out of gas. And they prayed, and, everything that had happened, I knew that there was only one way that was possible, and that's the kind of relationship that I had with God growing up. But then when life gets so busy and everything starts happening, and you're hearing the waves, and you're hearing the thunder, and you're hearing the lightning, you start to lose.
You're in the fast lane with your life, so
yeah.
lose that connection with him because you're more focused on everything around you instead of focusing on what truly matters.
Yeah. And so that's what ended up happening to me. And you still see Jesus out there on the water. You still see him standing there, but you're still focused on everything else. And so lately
as
I've
long
been
as you're drowning, until you trust him and just focus on him, you won't get above the water.
Yeah.
Peter's the best example.
Yeah, is a perfect example. And I feel like that's where I'm at right now. That's why I'm trying to, lock in, as the younger generation says, and really focus on God and everything, so that. And luckily, I have my mom in my corner. She's amazing. Every day she prays for me. Every day she talks to me about God. We'll sit there and talk about God for hours while I'm driving, and it'll be like my daily devotion. But yeah,
too.
You said what?
I talk to God every day too. He's probably thinking she's never right. It's like I like talking to you. Even though I don't hear you, I like talking to you.
Well, I've never heard God, but at the same time, I've heard him. Like I've felt him. I've seen what he does. My favorite thing that I tell
you
people.
can feel him within your soul.
Hmm?
You can feel him within your soul.
Yeah. My favorite thing that I tell people, if you've ever heard of it, you'll know what I'm talking about. But it's called the Fibonacci sequence. And the guy named Fibonacci had discovered a sequence. But the crazy thing about the sequence is where he discovered it. And come to find out, like, it's everywhere. It's all through nature. It's in a pine cone. You have the Fibonacci sequence in a pine cone, in the waves in the ocean, in the eye of a hurricane, in every aspect of nature. In fact, even when it comes to your human body, we are designed with the Fibonacci sequence in our DNA. And so if you look at this sequence, you can tell that only one way for that to happen like that, and it's a fingerprint. It's a designer's fingerprint. And so if you don't believe in God, but yet we have his fingerprint on us, in us, and around us. The whole entire universe has the signature of a designer. And so somebody clearly designed things and designed the universe around us. And so that should be enough proof for people to see that he exists. There's no way that somebody could say, oh, I didn't know that he existed. It's like, well, how did the trees get here? How did you get here? And so
how can you not look at this beautiful world and not believe that somebody greater than us created it?
Yeah.
Everything is aligned so perfectly. How can you not believe that? Like, I see him, I feel him when I look at the trees, when I hear the birds, when I look at the flowers. Like, I know he's there. I know that he created it. And it breaks my heart when somebody says, I believe that.
Yeah.
It's because they got it open their eyes.
Mm-hmm. Even some of my siblings.
Oh, really?
Yeah, even some of my siblings. Like, we were all raised in a church, like Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday evening, we were in church. But some of them, when they grew up, they said they don't believe in God. And that
it's the world that corrupted their minds with it as they got older. It's very important to equip your child within the Bible at a young age. Like, his mind in the Bible, not on TV. That's something that I would do when it comes, because most parents, what they will do when they're tired of their kids and they just don't want to be bothered, they'll shove their faces pretty much in the television or in electronics. And yes, it keeps them quiet, but it's slowly but surely rotting their brains.
Yeah, like, what is it feeding them? Like,
we would literally just do a Bible study. I don't mind if you watch a little bit of TV, but maybe on a rainy day or something. But most of the time, you're going to be outside, or you're going to be in the Bible. You're going to be a child. You're not going to be stuck staring at a television.
Which I think that there are videos in television that your child can watch, but like, the stuff that I watched growing up was like VeggieTales. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but VeggieTales, yeah, it's what was that?
I think I have. Let me look it up. VeggieTales.
Yeah, it's basically story time, but all the characters are vegetables, and it tells you different stories that happen. Yeah,
I know this. Oh my goodness, I haven't remembered this show in years. How old is this show?
It's so old. It has to be.
Oh, they made series of it too.
Yeah.
Let's see. 31 years old.
Wow.
It was released in December of 1993. So a year before I was born.
Let's see, West Virginia, wild and wonderful. I just crossed into West Virginia.
West Virginia, the mountain
Over
state.
the next,
The mountain state.
yeah, the mountain state. But luckily, this is the west. This is the southwest corner of West Virginia. So luckily, I won't have to worry about that many mountains. Pretty much,
I hope
I just
not, because
got
it
to.
can intervene with your signal at times.
Yeah, it does. It cuts in and out all the time.
Yeah. But it's just, yeah. Huh?
Hang on a second, my Bluetooth. Reconnect. Testing, mic check. Okay.
Yeah, I hear ya.
I think that there's like places where like I don't know, there's some type of signal blocker. Say what?
It's the mountain. Are you upside down?
Yeah. Am I?
You're like on the side.
Is that better?
Well, now you have me upside down.
What about that?
Oh, nope. Turn it one more time.
Like
Nope,
that?
I'm back upside down. I'm back upside down.
Like that? Oh, but you can't see anything now. It's all blocked off. Hold on.
Be careful.
Yeah, I know. What if I turn my camera on and off?
I mean, that could possibly work, but
Did that work?
it looks like it did. But you're so tiny.
Yeah, I know. Let me see.
Oh, there you go.
It's better now?
Yep. That is a lot of lights.
Yeah, I know. Here comes the street light.
You in the city now?
I'm in the, there's a little city around me. It's called,
Well, hopefully it's a big city, not a small city.
yeah. I'll be in the city for the next 6 miles until I turn.
Shouldn't all you people be in
Say what?
It's like, shouldn't all you people be in bed? Oh, look, trucks.
For real.
You know, you seem like you see a lot more trucks at night.
Yeah, you do. It's a lot more trucks at night because a lot of cars typically travel in the daytime. And so everybody that's long distance traveling, which would be on the interstate, those people will be truck drivers. I've seen some pretty crazy things out here on the road, though. Not gonna lie.
What is the craziest thing that you ever experienced being out on the road?
All right, this story is very dark, and it's unfortunate, and it's very, it really to this day that I'm mad at myself for the way that I handled the situation. But I was at a hotel, and I was chilling, I was hanging out outside because it was a nice day. And this lady comes up and she has her children with her and they're selling candy. So I'm like, all right, here you go. Here's some money for some candy. I don't eat candy that doesn't come from a store, but at the same time, I want to support them. So I buy the candy and I go back in and I don't eat the candy, because I don't trust people like that.
Yeah.
And I can stay. Yeah, I come out the next day, and they're still there selling candy. And, the mom starts talking to me, and we're just chilling. We're talking for about an hour at this point. We've been every time I come outside, we talk. Everything seems normal, but then she offers herself to me for payment. That's something that I would be down for. So I rejected her. She offered her kids, and at that moment, I instantly went inside, and I was like, "What did she just say?" Like, I was mind boggled as to what it was that she just requested, and I really couldn't believe that that's what I had heard. And so I leave, and I just continue on with my day like everything's normal. And I get back from Walmart, and the cops are there. So I'm like, okay, what's going on? So I asked the guy in the front. I said, hey, what's going on with the cops? And he's like, yeah, some lady out there got arrested, and she was trying to sell her kids. And my only regret.
Wolf, wait a minute, Wolf. Anybody's welcome to get into the box. Just click on the link. She was trying to sell her child.
Yeah.
Well, that's horrible.
Yeah, my only regret on that was that I didn't say anything when she said it to me, because yeah, I know my windshield's pretty dirty. I gotta get clean. But yeah, imagine if it went.
If I was there, I would have OCD. Okay, if I was there, I would have OCD, driving and be like, "What are you doing, woman? I'm trying to scrub it clean."
But imagine this though, okay? I drive like 500-600 miles every day, and so like I cleaned it yesterday, but today it's back just as dirty as it was yesterday.
Can you not get wet or something so the wipers can kind of clean it, or does that need?
Yeah, the wipers do a little bit of a good job. They don't do like a perfect job, but they make it better than it is now. But the problem is yeah, I know. Don't worry when it's
like in my face though.
You said what?
It's like it looks like burnt. It's like it in my face.
Well, as soon as as I get out of this town, yeah.
It's like a bird flew across your truck. Be like, I want to poop in this truck. I don't like it. Oh my goodness.
But yeah, as soon as I get out of this town and I'm back to darkness, it'll look normal.
But you said that you saw my channel and you said that I acted differently.
Yeah, you act different. I couldn't. I don't know. The you that I met.
Disconnected.
Oh, you froze.
All right, I think we're back. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back, but you're crooked again.
Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
I can't tell if I'm.
You might need to reconnect.
Am I back?
Do you need to reconnect?
Testing. Mic check. I can see you moving, but I can't hear you. All right, I'm gonna see you.
Yeah, reconnect. That's an advertisement. Why? Alrighty, guys. Wait. Why is it doing that?
Shutdown. Trump was right about everything. Thank you so much. Good luck with everything. Flag us down later. Let's see if we can get you something going in Washington, D.C. as we go down this line of amazing people. Hey, how are you? It's okay. Yeah, don't worry. You can film this too. It's Right Side Broadcasting Network. We love the students here at Auburn University. Dudes, what's going on?
I actually recorded this the other day, the full broadcast. I don't know if I want to record it again for the second time. If you want to see this, just go to my YouTube channel. I recorded it. How long have we been on? Wow, we've been streaming for 3 hours, guys. Why is it doing that? Expand? I want to expand it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Alrighty, I think I disconnected.
Okay.
Well, I know that I disconnected actually.
Back to that dirty window.
Yeah, as soon as I get out of this town, you won't be able to see it anymore. All you'll be able to see is my headlights. See, I would stop at a truck stop and clean it, but the problem is like stopping takes so much time, and it's not really worth it. Because I can see good, it's just that like for streaming it looks bad.
We're excited to see. Tonight, Senator Tuberville.
As long as you can see good, that's all that matters, and you don't wreck.
For sure. Is
Yeah.
he your next governor here in Alabama?
So what are we watching now?
All right, you got to campaign for him, knock some doors, make some
I
phone
actually
calls?
already recorded this. I don't really know if I want to record it again. Because it was like, I think it's like 2 or 3 hours long. Yeah, it's 3 hours long. You can actually go to my channel and I have the same name for it. I'm just pretty much just playing it because you're in the box.
That wasn't very enthusiastic, I think. Are we going to make some phone calls for the coach?
This is Turning Point. Well, they're at a university, Auburn, for the Point tour.
That Republican. We were somewhat successful with the last Republican.
Eric
Governor
Trump,
Bruce Rauner, but thanks be to God that
his wife, Benny Johnson, and more was there. It was a
What do
really
you think
good.
about what's going on with?
You could be out celebrating at the bars. Why are you here tonight to hear this great message at Neville Arena?
No, you froze.
Show support. I feel like everybody came here today. I got my shift covered at work to come here, so yeah, just to show support. I appreciate it, so I had to come here.
It's exciting. Where are you working? Great place. That's a great place to eat, too. Love the food, love the drinks. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate
It's
it.
okay. You can get in my
What
other box.
Perhaps one of the larger groups in the entire Turning Point tour. Although we're
Yeah, your
not
camera's crooked.
people who need to rest because they seem to be too
Okay.
excited.
Well,
But
thank
the
you for
owners
getting
were
into this
standing the entire
box
time last week,
and chatting
so
with
now they're all
me.
sitting, relaxing. I thought, I don't know, I thought Auburn was a more active campus, if you catch my drift. But apparently we need to rest a little bit because, okay, we're alive. Oh my gosh.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you all for. Wait, I always forget this part. Where is it? I have too much. Okay, there we go. Thank you, everybody that joined in. But never be scared to come into the box when I have the link in the chat. Just click it. It will direct you and we can have a conversation, okay? And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe, comment, and like, and share my content so we can get more amazing people to discover my channel and just have a conversation. Agree to disagree. You don't have to kill each other over it, though, okay? But when I'm live, you can point your camera to this QR. I can see like somebody donated 2 times. Thank you so much. God bless you. Thank you. I appreciate it very, very, very much. And if I'm not live, just go to my bio, my YouTube, my Patreon's there. Click that link and it will direct you. But stay safe, stay healthy, stay blessed. And always know that you're loved by Christ. And God bless Trump, okay? Keep everybody, even your enemies, in your prayers, okay? The good Lord tells us to do that. But other than that, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you. I will be actually setting up, it won't be till next month, but I'll have it set up for December 4th. Trump and Melania is going to light up a Christmas tree, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be in Washington. But it's outside and it's going to be a big Christmas tree. So I don't think they're going to do anything for Thanksgiving, or if there's going to be anything networking for Thanksgiving, maybe I'll keep my eye open. And if you have any suggestions, any events, festivals, anything, please comment below so I'll be aware of it and I can look into it. If you have any other suggestions for my channel, please comment below, okay? Other than that, thank you guys so much. And know